Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Sheridan County Journal-Star.net coverage of Hay Springs Hawks basketball 2015. We are here this afternoon as the Hay Springs Hawks get ready to host the Hemingford Bobcats. Hay Springs going to have their work cut out for them here this afternoon as they face a very deep, very athletic, and very talented Bobcat team that's only lost 2 games so far on this season. We'll bring all of that action to you and more in just a little bit. We are just under 19 minutes to go in the pregame festivities here. We'll step aside and we'll be back with some starting lineups and some other things for you after word from our sponsors right here on Sheridan County Journal-Star.net coverage of Hay Springs Hawk basketball 2015. Hi, I'm Clint Anderson, and I hope you enjoyed today's game. Wherever we're broadcasting from, you can bet that I got there in a Ford vehicle from Sides & Milburn Ford in Rushville. I've been a Sides & Milburn customer for over 20 years, and I can't imagine going anywhere else to buy or trade vehicles. I may be able to find a cheaper vehicle somewhere else, but the hometown service I get at Sides & Milburn Ford is worth way more than a trip to Rapid City or Denver. I hope you enjoyed today's game. And when you're ready to trade vehicles, stop in and see the good folks at Sides & Milburn Ford in Rushville.
New Holland has equipped farmers with the right technology for over a century and continues to provide smart innovations like our exclusive corn rower attachment for our CR Series Combine. We make certain you have all the tools to grow your bottom line while improving efficiency and productivity, allowing you to work smarter in order to spend more time with the ones you love. That's New Holland Smart. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
Kim Marlatt and Brian Felker at Physical Therapy West in Gordon have over 30 years of combined experience in providing physical therapy and sports medicine services. Contact PT West for care following injury, sprains, fractures, or treatment of joint, muscle, and back pain. PT West provides individualized rehabilitation following joint replacement, surgery, or stroke. Don't suffer, don't live with pain, and get back to the activities you enjoy. Call PT West at 308-282-0203 or stop by with questions at 100 South Main in Gordon.
Great Plains Communications.
GPC TV is proud to announce our brand new weather feature on Channel 2. It is now your 24/7 location for current, local, and national weather using advanced satellite imaging. From today's temperature to the full 5-day forecast, GPC TV has you covered. We will continue to air local sports and your favorite Husker programs. The other providers simply can't compete. When you need weather now, you need GPC TV on Channel 2.
Say thank you to sponsors of today's action. Pioneer Manor, the Security First Bank of Hay Springs, the Sandhills State Bank of Hay Springs. The Pioneer Manor is a premier skilled nursing and assisted living facility located in Hay Springs, Nebraska. We provide rehabilitation services and around-the-clock skilled care in a comfortable and friendly environment. At Pioneer Manor, our guiding principle is to provide outstanding and innovative health care in an environment that remembers the importance of the individual and the family. Our staff of dedicated professionals embodies the values that we cherish most, a nurturing spirit and a commitment to quality. That is the Pioneer Manor in Hay Springs. The Security First Bank of Hay Springs is your hometown bank, proudly supporting the Hawks, their FDIC insured and an equal opportunity lender. Security First Bank, a relationship you can count on. And the Sandhills State Bank in Hay Springs is proud to support the Hawks. Locally owned, locally focused. Sandhills State Bank, the most committed brand in banking. Sandhills State hemingford.com. Member FDIC. Give them a call at 308-638-7171 or stop by at 131 North Main Street in Hay Springs and see what they can do for you. Just over 14 minutes to the opening tip of this afternoon's action between the Hemingford Bobcats and the Hay Springs Hawks here from Hay Springs. Glad to have you along with us, whether you're watching from across the street, across the state, across the country, or even across the world. We're glad to have you with us here on Sheridan County JournalStar.net coverage of Hay Springs Hawk basketball 2015. We'll step aside for just a minute, see if we can't find some starting lineups for you. Back with you in just a minute. Well, 9 minutes left in the pregame warm-up period here. Let's take a look at some team records and starting lineups for both of these clubs. First, for the visiting Hemingford Bobcats, they come into today's game with a 12-2 record on the season. Their only losses are to Class C1 Mitchell and Class C1 Sheridan. Both of those teams outstanding, both of them with 12-3 records. Starters this afternoon for the Hemingford Bobcats. Number 12, Caitlin Kumpf is a 5'8" sophomore. Number 15, Brooke Turek, a 5'8" sophomore. Number 20, Faith Roebuck, a 5'8" sophomore. Number 23 is Christian Rosemerick. She is a 5'6" senior. And number 25 is Natalie Gasling. She is a 6' sophomore. So a very young lineup on the floor for these Hemingford Bobcats this afternoon. For the Hay Springs Hawks, third place finishers in the recently completed Panhandle Conference Tournament, they come into today's game with a record of 6 wins and 8 losses. Their starting 5 this afternoon should look pretty familiar. Number 12, Jen Sherbarth, is a 5'7" senior. Kate Roberts, a 5'11" senior. Number 20, Emma Roberts, is a 5'9" freshman. Number 30, Sydney Jancic, is a 5'7" senior. And number 32, Whitney Hiding, is a 5'6" senior. These two teams met in the Panhandle Conference Tournament last week. That was on January 23rd. And in that game, Hemingford came out on top by a score of 55-19. Just a little over 7 minutes now left to go in the pregame festivities. We'll step aside one more time and be back with some starting lineups and the national anthem in just a little bit. If you are not a subscriber to the Sheridan County Journal-Star, you definitely should be. Get all the news that is news in Sheridan County right there at your fingertips at SheridanCountyJournalStar.net/subscriptions. And while you're there, check out the online edition. That edition is available every Tuesday afternoon. The paper doesn't actually hit the shelves until Wednesday, but you can have it in your inbox every Tuesday and in full and glorious color for your viewing pleasure on whatever device you choose to watch that on or look at it on, whether that's your laptop, your desktop, your mobile device, or whatever that is. Check it out at SheridanCountyJournalStar.net/. So we are just about ready to get things underway here as the pregame clock is winding its way towards 0. And again, we have to remind you that not sure exactly what we have in store for National Anthem today. It looks like maybe we will have a live version. If it is not a live version, we will have to mute that, as we don't like to have copyrighted music go over the airwaves. It makes pop-ups appear on your broadcast there, and that's something that we certainly like to avoid if we can. But it looks like we are in for a live version here this afternoon. Let's switch on the other microphone and turn it over to the public address announcer as we get ready to start today's action.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's game between the visiting Hemingford Lady Bobcats and your hometown Lady Hawks. Tonight's national anthem will be sung by Junior Brooklyn Morrill. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glow, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Brooklyn Morrill, junior from Hay Springs High School, doing the honors here this afternoon with the national anthem. And now we should be ready for the introductions of the starting lineups.
And now starting lineups, beginning with our visitors, the Lady Bobcats and number 12, 5'8" sophomore, Kate Phillips.
So there are the starting lineups. Let's run through them one more time for you. For the Bobcats, Caitlin Kumpf, Brooke Turek, Faith Roebuck, Christian Rosemerick, and Natalie Gasling. On the floor for the Hawks, Jen Sherbarth, Kate Roberts, Emma Roberts, Sydney Jancic, and Whitney Hiding, the starting 5 here this afternoon. It's the 12-2 Bobcats, the 6-8 Hay Springs Hawks, and it is next. We've got 8 minutes on the clock, and we are ready to go. Looks like we're going to have Kate Roberts and Brooke Turek in the center circle to jump this one up. We are just about underway. Glad to have you with us here from Hay Springs this afternoon. Turek wins the tip. Hemingford with the basketball. They go to work quickly. Shot up. That's no good, but there's a rebound and the putback attempt by Caitlin Kumpf. She is fouled, and she will have a pair of free throws. So 7 seconds into the game, and Hay Springs already sending the Bobcats to the free throw line. That is the first foul on Kate Roberts, as the first free throw by Kumpf is good. Makes it 1-0 Hemingford. 7:53 to go in the first quarter. Second free throw, nothing but net that time, and it's a 2-0 lead. And now full court pressure by the Bobcats. Emma Roberts brings it ahead, dribbles through the pressure, gets it to Whitney Hiding, and we're going to have a traveling call there as Hiding got hung up with a little bit of that pressure, and the Hawks turn it over. So Brooke Turek with the basketball for the Bobcats as they set up on offense here and get set up for the first time. Hawks in a 2-3 zone here. They go inside for Turek. Her shot is no good. She gets her own rebound, tries to go down low. Can't make the connection, but out of there comes Rosemerick with it. Now Rosemerick in the corner. Back to Kumpf. Back to Rosemerick on the wing now. And up top to Turek. Skip it around. That is Gasling. Back on the give and go for Gasling. High off the glass. And good. Natalie Gasling with her first two of the afternoon. It's 4-0 with 7:12 left to go. Hawks get it across the timeline. And now the Bobcats drop back into a 2-3 zone here and go to work defensively. 7 minutes to go. Jancic, they work it down low for Roberts, kicks it back out for Whitney Hiding. Three-pointer, that one won't go, but there's Emma Roberts with the rebound and the put back too hard. Couldn't believe how wide open she was, and she just missed it. They get it ahead to Gasling. She goes up, lays it off the glass, and it good for two more. She has four here in the early going. 6:40 to go now in the first quarter, and it's a 6-0 Hemingford lead. Hiding drives into the free throw line, kicks it out to Emma Roberts. Pull-up jumper for Roberts off the glass. That won't go. Tipped around is the rebound. Brooke Turek saves it into Gasling. She'll hand it back to Turek, and Turek going to waste no time. She's quickly up the floor. Gets it ahead to Rosemerick. She drives in, and she is blocked, but they're going to say there was contact and a foul. And that'll send Rosemerick to the line for a pair of free throws. They're going to call that foul on Emma Roberts. That is her first. And it puts Rosemerick at the line for two free throws. First free throw rattles around, and it is good. Makes it 7-0 with 6:19 to go in the first quarter. Second free throw for the Southpaw is up, and that one also finds its way to the bottom of the hoop, and it's an 8-0 lead now. Hiding switches hands, gets it to Emma Roberts. Quickly ahead to Kate Roberts. Had an open player under the basket, but now they'll pull it back out. Emma Roberts now working against some pressure. Should drive into the lane. Kick it out for Jen Sherbarth. Outside for Whitney Hiding from the wing. Three-pointer. That one's off the back iron. No good. Hiding with her own rebound. Drives in. Baseline jumper. Misses everything. Tipped around. Out of bounds. That's going to be Hay Springs basketball as it was last touched by Christian Rosemerick as it goes out of bounds. We're under 6 to go now in the first quarter. 8-0 Hemingford lead here. Jancic to inbound the basketball. She goes over the top, finds Emma Roberts, free throw line jumper. That's short off the front of the rim and pulled out of there by Gasling. But the ball is tipped out of bounds by Sydney Jancic, and it'll go back over to the Bobcats with 5:51 to go in the first quarter. Turek up the floor, crosses the timeline, and they set the offense against this 2-3 zone of the Hawks. Now Jancic reaches in, ties up Gasling, and the possession arrow goes to the Hawks. Now a couple of players into the game. That's Ashley Gallus and Emily Hansen. Visited with Emily Hansen's mother before the game, said her grandparents were going to be watching from Arizona, I believe it was, and if so, we're glad to have you along here with us this afternoon. Hawks go to work against this defense of the Bobcats. Still 8-0 as we're under 5:30 to go. Jen Sherbarth, jumper, that one's off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Brooke Turek, quickly ahead to Rosemerick. Contact there, and Sydney Jancic will be called for the blocking foul. That is Jancic's first. It is the third team foul on the Hawks. 5:18 to go, first quarter, 8-0. Hemingford with the early lead. Turek works it across. That shot is off, no good by Faith Roebuck. We've got a push underneath. That's going to go against Ashley Gallus. That is her first. And the Hawks with the basketball. Roberts gets it into Hiding, and they'll go to work against this pressure. She calls Kate Roberts up to take the pass, and then Roberts has it stolen away by Rosemerick. And here come the Bobcats, and that one's turned over. Here come the Hawks. Sydney Jancic now going to pull it back out. Emma Roberts is going to be fouled. And that's Faith Roebuck on the foul. That will be her first. Second team foul for the Bobcats. 4:51 to go. 8-0. Hemingford with the lead. Jancic gets it in to Emma Roberts. One dribble, and they're going to say she traveled with it, and they'll turn it back over to Hemingford. I'd like to say thanks to our camera person this afternoon, Jessie Badge. She does a great job. She's done several of these games for us, and we're certainly glad that she's here to help us out here this afternoon again. Bobcats swing it around. Now they go over the top to Turek. One dribble, pull-up jumper. That one's off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Emma Roberts, and she is fouled as she had a couple of reached in too far. Going to call that foul on Emily Hansen. That is her first, and 3 fouls apiece now. As now back into the game comes Caitlin Kumpf and Natalie Gasling. Hawks with the basketball, trailing by 8. 4:22 to go. Emma Roberts lines up the play and has it taken away by Hansen. Quickly ahead to Gasling. Gasling turns. Now she'll pull it back. Kumpf tries to go to Hansen. Across to Turek. Three-pointer. That one's off the mark. No good. Rebounded by Emma Roberts. Freshman comes out of there with the basketball. 4 minutes to go first quarter, and there's another near steal by the Bobcats, but the Hawks will get it back. Whitney Heiding has the basketball, and they'll go to work. And now a man-to-man defense by the Bobcats as they're switching that up, and now we've got contact, and that'll be Ashley Gallus picking up her second foul of the evening. 4 team fouls for the Bobcats now with 3:45 to go in the first quarter. Whitney Heiding has her shoe tied. She's ready for action. Takes the inbounds pass, and now they'll go back to work against the zone defense. No, back in the man-to-man, excuse me. Still a man-to-man for the Bobcats here as they swing it over to Jancic on the right wing. Now back up top for Heiding, and she finds Emma Roberts. Down low on the baseline for Sherbarth. Back up to Heiding. They swing it around. Jancic drives to the baseline and kicks it up for Roberts. Free throw line. Now, good ball movement this time as Sherbarth maybe had that shot partially blocked. And here comes Turek, 2-on-1. She gets it quickly ahead to Caitlin. That's Ashley Gallus. That's Ashley Gallus with the lay-in. And she has 2 points, makes it 10-0 with 3:05 to go in the first quarter. Emma Roberts kicks it over to Heiding on the right wing. Now back to Roberts. Emma Roberts between the circles, trying to decide what to do, trying to get some movement out of her offense. They go down low for Kate Roberts, but it's taken away. And that was Caitlin Kumpf with the steal, and here's Brooke Turek bringing it up across the timeline. Gets it to Gallus, back to Turek. Turek drives into the lane, tries to feed it down low for Gasling. That's off of a Hay Springs player, and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bobcats. 2:38 to go in the first quarter. 10-0 is the Hemingford lead. Brooke Turek to trigger it here. She goes in to Natalie Gasling. That one is off of her hands and out of bounds. It'll go back over to the Hawks as they get the turnover on the inbounds play. So Sydney Jancic takes the inbounds pass, and she'll bring it up the floor. Gets it to Emma Roberts to Heiding and back to Jancic. To Sherbarth down in the corner. She'll kick it out to Emma Roberts. Roberts across to Kate Roberts. Good look that time. Kate can't get her shot to fall, but there's Emma with the rebound. The putback is good, but I think they're going to say the foul was on the floor. And they're going to get Emily Hansen with her second foul of the ball game. So now Michaela Grumbles, and I think that's Faith Roebuck coming back into the game now. Heiding takes the inbounds pass, tries to go inside for Kate Roberts. Somehow she comes out of there with it. She misses the shot, and now Sydney Jancic going to be called for coming over the back, and that is Jancic's second foul here in the first quarter. So she'll have to head to the bench as Tana Badge comes in to replace her for the Hawks with 2:11 left to go in the first quarter. 10-0 is the Hemingford lead. Gallus tries to go inside, but it's taken away by the Hawks. Here's Emma Roberts, left hand, shot up, and they're going to call a blocking foul against one of the Bobcats here. They're going to give that foul to Caitlin Kumpf. That is her first, and that is 6 team fouls now on the Bobcats. Puts Emma Roberts at the line as she'll have 2 free throws. Trying to get the Hawks on the board. That one's no good with 2 minutes on the dot left to go here in the first quarter. So Emma Roberts, the 5'9" freshman, trying to get the Hawks on the board. And that one's going to rattle around, and it finds the mark finally. So it's a 10-1 ball game as we're now under 2 minutes to go, first quarter. They bring it across. Kumpf in the corner. Now back up. They swing it around. Now back to Kumpf, nearly stolen away by Emma Roberts. Now that's Gallus, and she finds Grumbles. They swing it around. Grumbles with it again here. Now she'll pull it back. And back to Gasling on the wing. Goes inside. They kick it back out for Kumpf. Her shot won't go. And we got a tie up under the basket. And the possession arrow is in favor of the Bobcats. Brooke Turek now comes back into the game. She'll replace Ashley Gallus, who leaves the game with 2 fouls. 1:28 left to go in the first quarter. Long inbounds pass, tracked down by Gasling. Turek, 3-pointer from the left wing. That one's off glass and no good, but there's Gasling with the rebound. The putback, that one won't go. Gasling gets it again, and that one finally going to roll in. Natalie Gasling now with 6 points, makes it a 12-1 ball game. 1:10 to go, first quarter. Emma Roberts tries to go inside to Kate Roberts, and now we've got the scramble on the floor for the loose ball. Hay Springs comes out of there with it, and then they throw it away. Emma Roberts trying to get it to Sherbarth, and Jen Sherbarth had decided to head to the basket and didn't get the memo. Under a minute to go now in the first quarter. 12-1 is the lead as Rosemaric back in and Grumbles heads to the bench. So here's Brooke Turek. 55 seconds left to go first quarter. She crosses the timeline. Goes high post for Gasling. Finds Roebuck. Now she'll dribble around to the top of the key. They swing it to Turek. Goes inside for Kumpf. And that was an easy shot for Caitlin Kumpf. She has 4. 14-1 is the advantage for the Bobcats. They go inside for Kate Roberts. She can't handle it cleanly. Kicks it back out. Emma Roberts with the shot won't go. She gets the rebound. She'll kick it out. And here's Tana Badge. Works down towards the baseline. Now she'll kick it back to Whitney Hiding. And we've got a blocking foul, and that'll put the Hawks at the line for a 1-1. They are now in the bonus. And so we'll be shooting free throws with 18 seconds left. They call that foul on Faith Roebuck. That is her second. And it puts Whitney Hiding at the line for a 1-1. Hiding's first free throw off the back iron, no good. Two Roberts sisters battle for it. Kate comes out of there with it. Emma gets it. She kicks it out to Sherbarth. Under 10 to play now in the first quarter. Emma Roberts drives baseline, has her shot partially blocked. There's Tana Badge with the rebound. Tried to put it back, and she is fouled. Now Tana Badge will head to the line, and she'll have 2 free throws. They haven't put up on the scoreboard who that was called on yet. But Tana Badge will have a pair of free throws here. First one is good. And I wasn't watching the official, and they have not put that up onto the scoreboard as we have a lane violation, and so Tana Badge will get another free throw. 3.7 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. 14-2. And that's going to stay the score as the second free throw is no good. Turek at the buzzer. Can't get that to fall. So after one, it is Hemingford 14 and Hay Springs 2 here on Sheridan County JournalStar.net coverage of Hay Springs basketball 2015. It's here. The new 2015 F-150 is now available at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. The aluminum frame makes this truck 700 pounds lighter. It has the V6 EcoBoost engine and a 6-speed automatic transmission, along with satellite radio, sync, a rear view camera, and remote start. It even has LED cargo box lighting. Stop in and see the new F-150 at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. Security First Bank of Hay Springs is your hometown bank, proudly supporting the Hawks, their FDIC insured and an equal opportunity lender. Security First Bank, a relationship you can count on. So we are ready to get the second quarter underway. Hemingford leads this one 14-2. Team fouls. Hemingford has 7, Hay Springs with 4. We're underway in the second quarter as Whitney Hiding has the basketball, and they'll set it up against now a 1-3-1 zone look by the Bobcats. Roberts drives baseline. Now she'll try to swing it back around. They maintain possession. Tana Badge drives baseline. Her shot off the side of the backboard and out of bounds. They're going to say that's off Brooke Turek, and it'll stay with the Hawks. 7:40 to go in the second quarter, and the Hawks trailing by 12. Sydney Jancic to inbound it now for the Hay Springs. She gets it into Kate Roberts. Quick trigger, and that one won't go. Tana Badge with the rebound. Kicks it out to that was Jancic. She finds Hiding. Now back to Jancic. Now to Hiding on the left wing. Puts it on the floor and drives to the baseline. Now she'll kick it out for Emma Roberts. Drives to the free throw line and loses the control of the basketball. Picked up by Kate Roberts. Down low for Whitney Hiding is up and good. Whitney Hiding with 2 points. And it's now a 14-4 ball game with 7:10 to go in the second quarter. This is Rose Merrick in the corner for Hanson. Now back up top for Gasling. They swing it around to Brooke Turek. Turek, Gasling, top of the key. Now back to Turek on the wing. The two of them playing catch out there. Natalie Gasling with the 3-point attempt, and that one's no good. Pulled down by Kate Roberts, and the Hawks going to run a little bit. Quickly ahead to Emma Roberts, but she has it taken away by Brooke Turek. Turek now on her way to the basket. Nice no-look pass that time, and Rose Merrick was not ready for that. It was a beautiful no-look pass that time by Brooke Turek, and it caught Rose Merrick by surprise. She couldn't handle the pass, and she traveled with it. 6:40 to go now in the second quarter. It's a 10-point ball game, 14-4. Hemingford with the lead. Jancic on the wing for Badge. Badge looks inside, high post for Emma Roberts. She goes down low for sister Kate Roberts, and they couldn't connect. It's taken away, and here come the Bobcats. Rose Merrick feeds Hanson. She's headed to the basket, and she is fouled. They're going to call that foul on Emma Roberts. That is her second. And now Jen Sherbarth going to check into the game for Emma Roberts as she has 2 fouls, and she'll head to the bench. 6:20 to go in the second quarter. Turek inbounds it, gets it into Kumpf. Her 3-pointer is off the mark, no good. Jen Sherbarth is doing her best to box out Hanson that time. It's off of Hanson and out of bounds. 6:15 to go second quarter, and the Hawks with the basketball. Whitney Hiding, Jancic, now back to Hiding. The two of them look so much alike. Good turnaround shot by Kate Roberts as the entry pass came in, and she's fouled, and she'll head to the line. Quick trigger that time by Kate Roberts. She knew she had position on the defender that time. And that is the second foul on Caitlin Kumpf now, as Roberts knocks down the first. Makes it 14-5. Back to a single-digit lead with 6:02 to go. Kate Roberts with one more. That one is up, and that one also is good. The lead is cut to 8. Brooke Turek takes the inbounds pass and brings it across the timeline. Hawks still in that 2-3 zone. They go inside for Kumpf. Good, tough move inside. I believe they're going to say count the basket by Kumpf. And they're going to give that foul to Tana Badge. That is her first. And so Kumpf will have one more free throw coming. She's got 6 points here on the evening. Free throw is short off the front of the rim. There's Emily Hanson with the rebound. Her shot won't go. The putback is blocked, but Hemingford comes out of there with it. Hansen is blocked again. Tana Badge comes out of there with it. And here's Sydney Jancic, as that was dangerously close to going in on the pass by Badge across to Jancic. The Badge has it on the wing. Now she'll kick it out to Heiding. Top of the key, now around to Jen Sherbarth. Her shot is no good. Battle for the rebound, and who's going to come out of there with it? It's going to be Hemingford. Here comes Emily Hansen down the floor, layup, and just off, no good for Emily Hansen. As we're back to a 10-point game at 16-6, Heiding brings it across. She gets it to Badge, now Jen Sherbarth. Now back to a zone kind of a look for the Bobcats, and they get the takeaway as here comes Brooke Turek. 3-on-3, Turek drives in, double clutch shot, that one won't go. Contact out of bounds, they're going to say off the Bobcats. It'll be Hay Springs basketball, 4:55 to go as Roebuck comes in and Emily Hansen heads to the bench now. 16-6 is the score, 4:55 to go in the first half. Sydney Jancic has it on the left wing, now up top for Heiding. Back to Jancic, working against this 1-3-1 look now. Bobcats like to switch defenses and keep things interesting for opposing teams. Here's Jancic driving in. Now she kicks it out for Heiding. Heiding to the free throw line to Jen Sherbarth. Sherbarth back out to Heiding. They'll skip it across. Good ball movement. Tana Badge on the baseline. Her shot won't go. And that's pulled down by Gasling, but there's Tana Badge trying to get the takeaway. Can't get it done. Brooke Turek now quickly up the floor. Behind the back dribble. Works against Jancic. Now the Hawks into a man-to-man defense. There's Gasling with the shot. That won't go, and we're going to get Kate Roberts coming over the back that time with the foul, I believe. It is Kate Roberts, and that is her second. So 3 Hawks with 2 fouls. Kate Roberts, Emma Roberts, and Sydney Jancic. As now Gallus comes in to replace Rose Merrick. 4:08 to go in the first half. 16-6 is the score. Free throw is off the mark and no good for Kumpf. And that's tracked down by the Hawks. Long pass, dangerous pass. As now Heiding has it, goes to the wing for Jancic. Back to Heiding, 3-pointer on the way. That one won't go. Rebounded by Gallus. Hawks trying to get the takeaway here. And now Brooke Turek has it under control, and she'll bring it across. Her pass is taken away by Heiding. Now Jancic tries to get it back to Heiding, and that's taken away. Here's Gallus going inside for Kumpf. She throws that up, just kind of a prayer that time as she was going by the basket. Threw it up and it went in. It's 18-6, under 3:30 to go in the first half. Badge goes inside for Kate Roberts with the left hand. That one won't go. And the rebound is pulled down by Brooke Turek. Ahead to Gasling. Gasling is going to be fouled by Whitney Heiding. That'll be Heiding's first, and it will put Natalie Gasling at the line for the 1-and-1 opportunity. So Jancic heads to the bench. Emma Roberts back into the game for the Hawks. Gasling with the 1-and-1. First free throw is good. She's got 7 on the evening. Makes it 19-6 with 3:14 to go in the second quarter. Gasling lines up the second, and that one also is good. Gives her 8 points. 3:12 to go, 20-6 ball game. Emma Roberts drives in, kicks it out. Whitney Heiding, now she'll get it back to Emma Roberts, drives to the low block and can't get that one to fall, but it's tipped out of bounds. It'll be Hay Springs basketball, as that was Brooke Turek trying to save it back in. Couldn't get it done. 3:01 to go in the first half, 20-8. Emma Roberts inbounds it. She finds Tana Badge, and she can't get the shot to fall. Battle for it under the basket. Gasling comes away with it, and she gets it to Turek, and here come the Bobcats. Roebuck looks back up top for Gasling. Swing it around to Gallus. Now back to Turek. Back in that 2-3 zone for the Hawks. Pull-up jumper by Turek. That's no good. Rebound Gasling. She throws up that putback, and that is good. That's 10 for Gasling. 22-8. 2:25 now left to go. High post for Kate Roberts, but she is fouled on the entry pass. And they'll give that foul to Gasling. That is her first. And it puts Kate Roberts at the line. And they're going to say it's a 2-shot foul. And so she's got a pair of free throws coming. She's 2 for 2 from the line. Make that 3 for 3. As now Grumbles and Rosemerick back into the game. They'll take the place of Kumpf and Roebuck. So one more on the way for Kate Roberts. Hawks now trail 22-7. And that one's off the back iron, no good. And Gasling comes out of there with the rebound again. Turk quickly ahead to Rosemerick. She puts it on the floor, drives baseline, hands it off there to Grumbles. Back to the free throw line for Gallus. That shot's no good. And the rebound by Kate Roberts. She'll get it to Tana Badge, and she'll bring it up the floor with 2:05 to go in the first half. Badge loses the handle, but Whitney hiding there to take it back. Now Jen Sherbarth. Emma Roberts calling for the ball on the wing. Puts up the shot. Off glass. Oh, won't quite go. High off the glass that time, and couldn't get the shot to fall. So Turek brings it across with 1:45 to go in the first half. Michaela Grumbles gets it up top to Turek. Now Gallus goes inside for Gasling. Her shot won't go. And there's Emma Roberts with a good, tough rebound. Wrestles it away from Hemingford Bobcat, and then she traveled with it as she pulled up to try and take the shot. And they'll turn it back over to the Bobcats with 1:28 to go in the second quarter. Jancic now back into the game. Going to give young Emma Roberts a little bit of a rest here. 10 team fouls now on the Bobcats and 8 for the Hawks. So Turek crosses the timeline, and they'll set it up with 1:20 to go. 2-3 zone. Finds Gallus, now down in the corner for Grumbles. Grumbles tries to go inside for Gasling. Too long, but there is Rosemerick there to track it down. They'll swing it back around to Gasling. She looks now up to Grumbles on the wing. Skip pass across to Rosemerick. Brooke Turek in the corner. Skips it to Gallus. Good ball movement here as Turek back with it again. Now they'll get it to Gasling. She drives in. Good physical play that time by Gasling as she drew the contact, but no foul. And now we're under 40 seconds to go as that one's lost by Jen Sherbarth. Couldn't hang on to it. 35 seconds now. 24-7 is the Bobcat lead. Brooke Turek in the paint. Pull-up jumper. That won't go. Gasling with the rebound. Her putback won't go. Gasling has it slapped away. It'll come out to Ashley Gallus. Now Gasling tracks that one down. Now Brooke Turek, 17 seconds left. To Gasling on the wing. Gasling puts that one up. That one's off the mark, no good. And there's Rosemerick to pull down the rebound again. Turek pulls in, or drives in, pull-up jumper with 5 to go. Now Roberts has it slapped away. Roberts getting frustrated in there, and time runs out on the first half. And they head to the locker room. Hemingford leads this one 24-7. Stay close by. We'll give you some unofficial scoring totals for the first half in just a minute. At the half, it is Hemingford 24 and Hay Springs 7.
When it comes to your land, it pays to be smart. At New Holland, smart means giving you a wide range of options to fit your needs, like smooth cutting, plug-free conditioning, and versatility. Smart means putting more hay in the bale and leaving less in the field. It also means providing exceptional after-sales support and growing a legacy that goes far beyond equipment. That's New Holland Smart. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
Great Plains Communications.
Great Plains Communications values its Nebraska roots. For 4 generations, family-owned Great Plains Communications has provided local service in Nebraska. For more than 100 years, our technicians have lived and worked in the communities we serve. Local service, Nebraska-owned. Great Plains Communications.
Great Plains Communications. Welcome home.
So we are at halftime here between Hay Springs and Hemingford. Let's update the scoreboard here for you. And let's let that show that we are at halftime. And let's take a look now at some unofficial scoring totals here from the first half. For the Hay Springs Hawks, leading the way is Kate Roberts with 3 free throws. She's got 3 points. Whitney Hiding has 2, Emma Roberts with 1, and Tana Badge with 1. And in that first half, the Hay Springs Hawks with just 1 field goal. The rest of their points coming on free throws. For the Hemingford Bobcats, it's Natalie Gasling leading the way. She's got 12 points. Caitlin Kumpf has 8. Christian Rose Merrick with 2, and Ashley Gallus also with 2. From the free throw line in the first half, the Hawks went 5 for 9 from the charity stripe, and the Bobcats went 6 for 6 from the free throw line. So at the half, it is Hemingford 24 and Hay Springs 7. 7:35 to go in the halftime break. And we need to remind you to say thanks to today's sponsors. They certainly do make it possible for us to be here and bring this basketball action to you. Pioneer Manor is a premier skilled nursing and assisted living facility located in Hay Springs. We provide rehabilitation services and around-the-clock skilled care in a comfortable and friendly environment. At Pioneer Manor, our guiding principle is to provide outstanding and innovative health care in an environment that remembers the importance of the individual and family. Our staff of dedicated professionals embodies the values that we cherish most, a nurturing spirit and a commitment to quality. That is the Pioneer Manor. Security First Bank of Hay Springs is your hometown bank, proudly supporting the Hawks, their FDIC insured and an equal opportunity lender. Security First Bank, a relationship you can count on. And the Sandhills State Bank in Hay Springs is proud to support the Hawks. Locally owned, locally focused, Sandhills State Bank, the most committed brand in banking. Sandhillsstate.com, member FDIC. Give them a call at 308-638-7171 or stop by and see them in person at 131 North Main Street in Hay Springs. Those 6 minutes left in the halftime break. Hemingford leads this one 24-7 here on Sheridan County Journal-Star.net coverage of Hay Springs Hawk Basketball 2015. So we are just about ready to get the second half underway. Our score at halftime, Hemingford 24 and Hay Springs 7. And again, these two teams did meet last week in the Panhandle Conference Tournament. Hemingford came out on top in that one, 55-19. Take a quick look at scoring totals again in case you missed it before. For the Hawks, Kate Roberts with 3, Whitney Hiding with 2, Emma Roberts with 1, and Tana Badge with 1. 5 for 9 from the free throw line for the Hawks. And for Hemingford, Natalie Gasling with 12, Caitlin Kumpf with 8, Ashley Gallus with 2, and Christian Rosemerick also with 2. And the Bobcats 6 for 6 from the free throw line in that first half. So we are ready to go. Hemingford will have the basketball to get things started here in the third quarter, and we are underway. Brooke Turek has it. Hawks into that 2-3 zone, and the Bobcats go to work. Brooke Turek kicks it back out for Gasling. That one's nearly tipped away, but Rosemerick gets it back. Kumpf tries to go inside for Roebuck. Her shot is good, and she is fouled. 2 on the board for Faith Roebuck. She'll head to the line. They're going to give that foul to Kate Roberts. That is unfortunate for the Hawks as she now has 3. Quick third foul there as we start the third quarter for Kate Roberts. As Roebuck's free throw is good, extends the lead to 27-7. And now a little bit of pressure by the Bobcats, but the Hawks break that easily. And now they go to work inside for Kate Roberts. Kicks it back out for Emma Roberts. That shot off the back iron, no good. Emma has her put back blocked, but they're going to say she was fouled, and Emma Roberts will head to the line for 2 free throws. They're going to give that foul to Gasling. That is her second. And Emma Roberts heads to the line for 2 free throws. She's 1 for 2 here this afternoon. 7:32 to go. 27-7 is the Hemingford lead. That shot up and good for Emma Roberts. We would like to remind you that Great Plains Communications is re-airing these basketball games on local cable channel number 2. So if you're a Great Plains subscriber, check them out. And, of course, they're always available online as well on our website, SheridanCountyJournalStar.net. Those games stay up there almost indefinitely, so feel free to come and check it out as Brooke Turek with the pull-up jumper knocks that one down, and that is Turek's first points of the ball game. 29-8. 7:12 to go in the third quarter. Whitney Hiding drives all the way in. That one's off the side of the backboard, and the rebound pulled out of there by Kumpf. She gets it to Turek. Turek drives into the lane, pull-up jumper, and knocks that one down. So Brooke Turek starting to feel it. She's got 2 straight buckets, and it's 31-8 as we're under 7 to go. Emma Roberts shot up, and good. Good quick shot by Emma Roberts that time. Streaking down the lane. That up, Turek dribble inside for Gasling. It off glass and good for 2 more. She's got 14 on 30 to go. Jancic, she drives to the baseline and kicks it back to Whitney Hiding. Can't get it to go. Rebound Gasling for the Bobcats. Brooke Turek, she never wastes any time getting that ball up the floor, and here she comes again into the paint, puts up the little floater. That one won't go, but there's Gasling again with another rebound and another putback, and she is a handful in the paint, folks. If that ball is in the air, she's going to come down with it. Kate Roberts to Emma Roberts, and she traveled with it. 35-10, we're under 6 to go in the third quarter. Brooke Turek off to the races again, quickly ahead to Faith Roebuck. She drives in. Now she'll kick it out to Turek. Fake the three-pointer. Over to Kumpf. Three-pointer from the left wing for her is good. Caitlin Kumpf with 3 more. She's got 11 on the evening. 38-10 with 5:35 to go. Jancic finds Kate Roberts. She finds Emma Roberts. Couldn't quite make the connection. Emma was open there for a split second. Now ahead to Faith Roebuck. She puts up the shot, and she's going to be fouled, and that'll go against Jen Sherbarth. And that is her first. That puts Roebuck at the line for a pair of free throws. She's got 3 points and is 1 for 1 from the line this evening. That one's no good. As now Hansen into the game. She'll take the place of Caitlin Kumpf. Tana Badge comes in, and she'll give Emma Roberts a breather. So one more on the way for Roebuck. And that one is good. She's got 4 on the evening. Makes it 39-10. 5:23 to go as they get it across to Jancic. On the wing, tries to go inside. And that one came off of somebody's foot in a big hurry. And that'll be Haysprings basketball after the kicked ball out of bounds. 5:19 to go. 39-10 is the Hemingford lead. Jancic gets it in, and we got a quick 5-second call that time as Jancic couldn't find anybody to inbound the ball to. They'll turn it over. It'll be Hemingford basketball. Turek looks, finds Gasling, skips it across to Roebuck. Now to Turek, drives in, free throw line jumper, good. Turek has 6, all of those here in the second half as we cross the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. It's 41-10. They kick it outside for Badge. Badge to Hiding. Now back to Badge. Badge on that left wing, now back up to Hiding. Back to Badge. She'll drive baseline. Skip it up top for Jancic. And Jancic nearly traveled with it. Now she's going to throw it away. That's Rose Merritt comes up with it, gets it to Roebuck. She drives the length of the floor and lays it in for 2 more. Roebuck has 6, and it's 43-10 with 4.5 to go in the third quarter. Timeout on the floor called by the Hawks. And we'll take it with them. We'll be right back after this.
Kim Marlatt and Brian Felker at Physical Therapy West in Gordon have over 30 years of combined experience in providing physical therapy and sports medicine services. Contact PT West for care following injury, sprains, fractures, or treatment of joint, muscle, and back pain. PT West provides individualized rehabilitation following joint replacement, surgery, or stroke. Don't suffer, don't live with pain, and get back to the activities you enjoy. Call PT West at 308-282-0203 or stop by with questions at 100 South Main in Gordon.
So we are back to third quarter action here after the Haysprings timeout. 4:28 to go in the third quarter. And the Hawks down big in this one. They trail 43-10. So the Hawks will inbound it, and they'll go to work against a very stingy Hemingford Bobcat defense. Hemingford back into that 1-3-1 zone. Tana Badge baseline jumper. That won't go. Pulled out of there by Roebuck. Here she comes down the left side. Gets it ahead to Gallus. Gallus high post for Gasling. To Brooke Turek on the wing. Baseline for Hansen. Back to Turek. Jumper off the mark. No good. That's going to be off Ashley Gallus's foot and out of bounds. And it'll be Hawk basketball with 4:06 to go in the third quarter. 43-10 is the Hemingford advantage in the third quarter. 4 minutes left here in the third period. Tana Badge on the wing. Finds Sherbarth. That pass deflected. Battle for it. Loose on the floor. We got a tie-up. And possession arrow to the Hawks. Alternating possession gives the ball back to Haysprings. And now Emma Roberts going to come in, and Jen Sherbarth heads to the bench for Haysprings. Whitney Hiding back to Jancic. Now back to Hiding. They'll swing it around to Emma Roberts. The freshman analyzes things and kicks it across to Jancic. Jancic goes back up to Hiding. And Hiding brings it back between the circles. Back to Jancic on the left wing. Now back to Hiding. Trying to diagnose this 1-3-1 zone that the Bobcats are running here. Long, dangerous pass to Emma Roberts, pulled down by Jancic. Hiding is good! Three-pointer for Whitney Hiding from the top of the key. She knocks it down for 3. She's got 5 in the game, makes it 43-13, and here's a takeaway. Tana Badge with the ball now, and she throws it right back. Here comes Faith Roebuck. Drives in and lays it up, and good. Now Hiding sets it up for the Hawks. On the wing for Badge. Badge has it taken away. They're going to say Faith Roebuck fouled her, though. Picks up her third foul. And it'll be Hay Springs basketball out of bounds as Kumpf and Rosemerick come back in. They'll replace Gasling and Roebuck in the Bobcat lineup. 2:48 to go, third quarter. 45-13 is the score. They try to go inside for Kate Roberts. Can't handle it. And here comes Brooke Turek. Crosses the timeline. Gets it ahead, tipped there by Tana Badge, and that's going to cause Emily Hansen to mishandle it and lose it out of bounds. It'll be Hay Springs basketball. Whitney Hiding brings it across and gets it to Jancic on that left wing. Now back to Hiding. Hiding tees it up for three. Good! Whitney Hiding lighting it up from outside. She's got two of those here in the second half. And we got a timeout on the floor. 2:24 left to go, third quarter. And it's Hemingford 45, Hay Springs 16. The Sandhills State Bank in Hay Springs is proud to support the Hawks. Locally owned, locally focused. Sandhills State Bank, the most committed brand in banking. Sandhillsstate.com. Member FDIC. And Security First Bank of Hay Springs is your hometown bank, proudly supporting the Hawks. They're FDIC insured and an equal opportunity lender. Security First Bank, a relationship you can count on. 2:24 to go, third quarter. Hemingford leads this one 45-16. So Brooke Turek with the basketball. Gets it ahead to Rosemerick. Hawks sticking with that zone here. Rosemerick on the wing, now up top for Gallus. Back to Rosemerick on the left wing. One-handed pass all the way across to Turek. Works inside for Hansen. She can't handle it, out of bounds, and it'll be Hay Springs basketball. So Hay Springs showing some signs of life here in the third quarter. As Gasling comes back in, she'll replace Emily Hansen in the lineup. And so the Hawks going to give it all they have while they're on the floor, and that's as it should be. Jancic drives down. Now she'll go high post. Kate Roberts. That one's off the back iron, no good. Rebound Rosemerick. She'll get it ahead to Turek. Quickly ahead to Gallus. Now back to Turek, trailing the play. She'll kick it out. Now Gallus in the corner. They go back inside for Caitlin Kumpf. She kicks it out. Now we've got Turek, and she dribbles it off of the foot, I believe, of Sydney Jancic, and it'll be Hemingford basketball out of bounds. 1:34 to go, third quarter, 45-16. Gasling gets it into Turek, and they'll set it up. On the wing to Rosemerick. Rosemerick back up to Gasling. Now to Rosemerick. She'll skip it across to Gallus in the corner for Turek. Three-pointer by Brooke Turek. That's off no good. And here's Whitney Hiding off to the races. Whitney Hiding. And she was being pestered the whole way as she thought she was and rushed that layup. She knows it. She's laughing it off. She got in a big hurry that time and missed the easy layup. As Michaela Grumbles comes in, she'll replace Ashley Gallus in the Bobcat lineup with 1:11 to go. 45-16 is the score. Turek sets it up. She kicks it out to Kumpf in the corner for Gasling. Now back up. That's tipped out of bounds by Hiding, and it'll be Hemingford basketball as we're now under a minute to go. 57.6 seconds left in the third quarter. Turek picks up her dribble, looks inside for Kumpf, down the lane. That won't go, and out of bounds off of the Bobcats. It'll be Hay Springs basketball with 49 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Hiding brings it up the floor for the Hawks. To Jancic, skips it across to Emma Roberts. Puts it on the floor, drives baseline. Now she'll try to get it to Kate Roberts, kicks it around to Tana Badge. Her shot won't go, and the rebound by Michaela Grumbles. Off the foot of Rosemerick. The battle there for it, which Gasling wins, and she gets it to Brooke Turek. Turek now going to back it out with 20 seconds to go. Skip pass to Kumpf. Down low on the baseline, Rose Merrick. Her shot skips across, no good, and rebounded there by Jancic. 12 to go now. Hiding ahead to Jancic as we're under 10 now. Jancic back to Hiding. Skip it across to Emma Roberts. She puts it on the floor, puts up the shot. It is good. Count the basket. The young freshman getting it done. She drew the contact and knocked it down, and she'll have a free throw as well. Give that foul to Caitlin Kumpf. That is her third. So with 3.4 seconds to go, now Kumpf comes out of the game and Faith Roebuck comes back in. And the one free throw coming for Emma Roberts. She lines it up and in and out it goes. Natalie Gasling with the rebound. Brooke Turek, the half-court shot at the buzzer, narrowly missed that one. At the end of three, it is Hemingford 45 and Hay Springs 18.
Great Plains Communications.
GPC TV is proud to announce our brand new weather feature on Channel 2. It is now your 24/7 location for current, local, and national weather using advanced satellite imaging. From today's temperature to the full 5-day forecast, GPC TV has you covered. We will continue to air local sports and your favorite Husker programs. The other providers simply can't compete. When you need weather now, you need GPC TV on Channel 2.
The Pioneer Manor is a premier skilled nursing and assisted living facility located in Hay Springs. We provide rehabilitation services and around-the-clock skilled care in a comfortable and friendly environment. At Pioneer Manor, our guiding principle is to provide outstanding and innovative health care in an environment that remembers the importance of the individual and family. Our staff of dedicated professionals embodies the values that we cherish most, a nurturing spirit and a commitment to quality. That is the Pioneer Manor. Fourth quarter action underway. Hemingford leads this one 45-18. Brooke Turek gets it up top to Faith Roebuck. Now back to Turek in the corner. Goes inside for Kumpf. Up and under, shot won't go. Rebound pulled out of there by Tana Badge for the Hawks. Badge trying not to lose it to Brooke Turek. Gets the tie up, and it'll be Hay Springs basketball on the alternating possession. Brooke Turek with the quick hands that time, reached in and got the tie up. So Whitney Hiding now will bring it up. Dangerous pass, and that one's going to be taken away by Roebuck. And there's Brooke Turek. She'll go high post for Gasling. Gasling down low for Kumpf, and she can't get that shot to go. And Hay Springs comes out of there with it with 7:15 to go. Sydney Jancic has it poked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hawks. 45-18 with 7:14 to go in the fourth quarter. They get it into Hiding. Emma Roberts at the free throw line. Puts it on the floor. Puts up the shot. Kind of an awkward looking shot off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Rose Merrick. Finds Turek, and here we go again with the Bobcats on offense with 7 minutes to go. Gasling just inside the three-point line. That one's no good. And Emma Roberts with the rebound. Hiding brings it up the floor quickly now for the Hawks. They get it ahead to Tana Badge. She drives in. Wraparound pass to Emma Roberts, and she knocks down another one. So Emma Roberts coming alive here in the second half. She's got 7 second-half points, 8 on the game. They go inside for Kumpf, and Kate Roberts not happy with that call. She was trying to go straight up that time, but she's going to draw the foul, and that'll be her fourth. Puts Caitlin Kumpf at the line for 2 free throws. She's 2 for 4 from the line. That one is in and out and no good. And I said that the Bobcats were 6 for 6. They were really 6 for 8 from the line in that first half, as now Kate Roberts going to have to head to the bench, and Sierra McCants into the game now for the Hawks. And McCants pulls down that rebound, but has it slapped away by Brooke Turek. She can't get her shot to go. Natalie Gasling doing what Natalie Gasling does. Finally, she is fouled after a couple of rebounds and put back. So Gasling heads to the line for a pair of free throws. And that is the second foul now called on Tana Badge and the fourth team foul on the Hawks. 6:27 to go in the fourth quarter as the first free throw by Gasling is good. Makes it 46-20. Gasling with one more. And that one's off the front of the rim, no good. But Brooke Turek comes out of there with the rebound. And Roebuck going to finally control it. And back to Turek on the wing. Down on the baseline for Gasling and back to Turek. And Turek's going to be fouled by one of the Hawks here. And they're going to give that one to Sydney Jancic. That is her third. And the fifth team foul on Hay Springs in the second half. 6:12 to go, 46-20 is the Hemingford Bobcat lead. Natalie Gasling, free throw line jumper in and out, no good. Rebound by Emma Roberts. Now Emma quickly up the floor. Emma kind of stepped into that shot, didn't get a lot on it, and she missed it. Under 6 to go as they go inside for Roebuck. That shot no good, battled for underneath, and they're going to say Hemingford basketball off of Emma Roberts out of bounds. Now Kate Roberts going to come in and give little sister Emma a break. Turek looks to inbound it and gets it in. Turek three-pointer, good. Brooke Turek knocks that one down. And then Sydney Jancic travels with it and turns it back over. So Brooke Turek came alive here in the second half. She's got 9 on all of those in the second half. She tees it up for 3 again, and that one's no good. The long rebound going to be tracked down by Rose Merrick, but she's got a foot on the line, or excuse me, that is Faith Roebuck on the rebound. Had a foot on the line and turns it back over to the Hawks. And now more pressure by the Bobcats. Tana Badge can't handle the long pass. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be Bobcat basketball. 5:24 to go in the fourth quarter. It's a 49-20 game. Roebuck on the wing, now back to Turek, top of the key, in the corner for Kumpf. Finds Turek. Her jumper is good. Give her 11, and more pressure by the Bobcats. Jancic tries to go across for Whitney Hiding, and that's intercepted by Kumpf, and then I think Hiding going to be called for the foul. She is. Whitney trying to get to that basketball, and there was the collision. She gets called for the foul. That is the 6th on the Hawks, and so that will put the Bobcats into the bonus the rest of the way. Emily Hansen with the jumper, and the bank is open for Emily Hansen as she knocks that one down for 2. It's 53-20, 4:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Jancic inside for Kate Roberts, now down low for Sierra McCants. Her turnaround jumper is blocked by Brooke Turek, taken away, and here comes Turek. Quickly up the floor, all the way in, lays it up and can't get that to go. There's Faith Roebuck with the rebound and the putback for 2 more. And we got a timeout called by Hay Springs. 55-20, 4:25 left to go in the fourth quarter.
This is the 2013 Ford Explorer that I bought from Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville, and it is awesome. It has the sync system and My Ford Touch that allows me to control everything with ease. Climate control, navigation, entertainment. I can even connect my smartphone for hands-free dialing. The all-wheel drive feature of the Ford Explorer might be what I like the best. This is the most sure-footed vehicle I have ever owned, and it is terrific on snow and ice, which I really love this time of year. Stop in and check out a Ford Explorer today at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville.
Back to action here in the fourth quarter, 4:20 to go, and it's 55-20. Hemingford with the lead. Emma Roberts in the lane. Shot won't go. Rebound by Tana Badge. Her put back is no good, but she is fouled, and she'll head to the free throw line. And they're going to give that foul to Brooke Turek. That is her first. So Tana Badge heads to the line for 2 free throws. She is 1 for 2 this afternoon. First one off the back of the rim, no good. As now Gasling and Gallus come in. Roebuck and Rosemerick out for the Bobcats. Tana Badge with one more coming, and that one is good. 4:12 to go, 55-21. Turek crosses the timeline, and they'll go to work. High post for Hansen. To Rosemerick, now try to go back to Hansen, taken away by Sydney Jancic. Jancic down the floor, lays that one up. No call that time, but Whitney Hiding is there to clean it up and put that one in. And then Hiding comes back the other way and tips that one out of bounds, and now we've got a timeout called by the Bobcats with 3:49 left to go in the fourth quarter. It's 55-23. Take this time to remind you that if you're not a subscriber to the Sheridan County Journal-Star, you definitely should be. Check it out at SheridanCountyJournalStar.net/subscriptions. Sign up for the online edition and get it on Tuesday afternoons, any place, anytime from your computer, your mobile device, whatever it is, and get it in full and glorious color. That is the Sheridan County Journal-Star, available at SheridanCountyJournalStar.net/subscriptions. 3:49 left to go, fourth quarter. 55-23 is the score. Ashley Gallus gets it down in the corner for Caitlin Kumpf. One dribble, picks it up. Now she's guarded by Emma Roberts. Finds Emily Hansen. She'll get it back up top for Turek. Now Gasling. They try to go high post for Hansen, slapped away, but Ashley Gallus scoops it up. Gallus back to Hansen in the corner. Tipped again, and here's Brooke Turek coming up with it. Poked away again. Emma Roberts with the recovery, and then she is fouled by Caitlin Kumpf. It was a good battle, but Caitlin Kumpf gets called for the foul that time, and that is her fourth of the afternoon. 55-23, 3:15 to go in this one. Emma Roberts on that left wing. They skip it all the way across to Jancic, now up top for Hiding. Hiding across to Emma Roberts. Tries to go inside for Kate Roberts, taken away by Gasling. Turek quickly ahead to Gallus. Under 3 to go. Emily Hansen, good, quick pass inside for Gasling, and she couldn't convert. And we're going to have a tie-up called, and it is Hemingford basketball. 2:47 left to go in the fourth quarter. 55-23. Turek all the way up top for Caitlin Kumpf. She drives into the lane, leaves it off for Turek. Her shot won't go, out of bounds, off of Gallus. It'll be Hay Springs basketball. Whitney Hiding will bring it across for the Hawks. Gets it ahead to Tana Badge. Badge drives into the lane and puts up the shot. Partially blocked, put back, and she is fouled. I believe they're going to get Gasling, and they do. That is her third foul. That'll put Tana Badge at the line. She's 2 for 4 from the free throw line this evening. Free throw is good. Gives her 3 points on the game. 55-24. And now we've got a lane violation, but the free throw is good. So Tana Badge now 4 for 6 from the free throw line, and it makes it 55-25. In the corner for Gasling. Three-pointer on the way. That one is short and rebounded by Whitney Hiding. Hiding brings it up the floor. Now ahead to Emma Roberts on the right wing. Roberts drives into the paint, gets it across to Tana Badge. Shot up, that was short, and rebounded by Hansen. 2 minutes left to go. Quickly ahead for Gasling. Gasling finds the trailing Hansen, lays it up, and good. Good job on the secondary break that time by Gasling as she found Hansen coming down the lane, and she laid it in for the easy bucket, 57-25. Emma Roberts from the elbow. That one won't go. Long rebound comes out and picked up by Whitney Hiding. Hiding drives in, finds Roberts just inside the free throw line or three-point line. It won't go, and here come the Bobcats. Quickly ahead and tipped out of bounds by Whitney Hiding, and it'll stay with the Bobcats. And now the Bobcats going to send in the reserves here as they'll bring in some youth with 1:28 left to go in the fourth quarter and leading 57-25. We'll try and get an idea who all these young faces are. Carly Cullen inbounds it, and she throws it into Taylor Keegan. Now they'll kick it back out. We'll try and get these names if we can. There's a shot that's short off the front of the rim by Sydney Riggs. And here come the Hawks. 1:13 to go. Jen Sherbarth drives in with it, nearly double dribbled. That shot won't go. That's tipped out of bounds and going to be off Tana Badge, and it'll be Hemingford basketball. And now the back official here saying that was definitely touched by one of the Bobcats, and that was certainly my first reaction, but those guys have a much closer view than we do up here. But it'll now stay with the Hawks. Emma Roberts inbounds at Whitney Hiding. Quick shot off of that. It is short, and the rebound there by Taylor Keegan. Keegan up the sideline has it slapped out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Bobcats. So now we've got Anna Manning to inbound it, and this is Cullen. Back to Manning. Manning across to Riggs, and now in the corner for Keegan. Under a minute to go now as they work against this Hay Springs zone. That one tipped out of there, but corralled by Manning. They'll get it across, and that's going to be taken away by Whitney Hiding. Hiding all the way in, lays it up, and good. Whitney Hiding adds 2 more to her total as we're under 25 to go now in the game, 57-27. They'll swing it around into the corner. Now back up on the wing is Manning, and she's going to be fouled by Emma Roberts. And that will be Emma's 3rd foul of the afternoon. Now into the game is going to be Ashley Agler. She'll take the place of Taylor Keegan in the Bobcat lineup. And 14.3 seconds left to go. And that puts Manning at the line for the 1-and-1 opportunity, and she makes the first. So Anna Manning on the board here, the 5'6" freshman, gets her first point of the game. 58-27. And that one is short off the front of the rim, and a battle for it on the ground, and it'll be Hay Springs basketball with 12.3 seconds left. So they'll get it into Emma Roberts. She'll bring it up the floor, get it over to Whitney Hiding. Jen Sherbarth back to Hiding, back to Emma Roberts, puts it on the floor, the shot up. That one's no good, and the game will end. The final score, Hemingford 58 and Hay Springs 27. With the win, Hemingford goes to 13-2 on the season, and the Hawks fall to 6-9. Stay tuned. We'll total up some final unofficial scoring totals for you and be right back. let's take a look at some final unofficial scoring totals here. First for the Hay Springs Hawks, Whitney Hiding led the way with 12 points. 10 of those came in the second half. Emma Roberts, the young freshman, added 8. Kate Roberts added 3, and Tana Badge with 4. For the day, the Hawks 9 for 16 from the free throw line. For the Hemingford Bobcats, leading the way this afternoon, Natalie Gasling with 17. Brooke Turek and Caitlin Kumpf each with 11. And then we get down to Emily Hansen, who added 4. Christian Rosemerick and Ashley Gallus each added 2, and Anna Manning with 1. And from the free throw line on the evening for the Hemingford Bobcats, they went 10 of 17 from the free throw line. Again, Bobcats win this one 58-27. Stay tuned. The pregame warm-up clock already working its way down towards boys varsity action. 18 and a half minutes left to the beginning of that game. And, of course, we will bring that to you next in just about 18 minutes from now. So get up, take a break, and get settled in and be ready for boys basketball action. Hay Springs and Hemingford in just about 18 minutes here on Sheridan County JournalStar.net coverage of Hay Springs Hawk Basketball 2015.
New Holland has equipped farmers with the right technology for over a century and continues to provide smart innovations like our exclusive corn rower attachment for our CR Series combine. We make certain you have all the tools to grow your bottom line while improving efficiency and productivity, allowing you to work smarter in order to spend more time with the ones you love. That's New Holland Smart. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
Great Plains Communications.
GPC TV is proud to announce our brand new weather feature on Channel 2. It is now your 24/7 location for current, local, and national weather using advanced satellite imaging. From today's temperature to the full 5-day forecast, GPC TV has you covered. We will continue to air local sports and your favorite Husker programs. The other providers simply can't compete. When you need weather now, you need GPC TV on Channel 2.
Just about 9 minutes left in the pregame here before boys varsity action between the Hemingford Bobcats and the Hay Springs Hawks. Let's take a quick look at these two teams and their starting lineups. First, for the visiting Hemingford Bobcats, they come into this game today with a record on the season of 12-1. That's one loss came to Class C1 Sheridan with a record of 11-3. Starting lineups today for the Hemingford Bobcats. They'll send to the floor number 3, Brady Turek. He is a 5'9" senior. Number 4, Johnny Manning is a 6'2" junior. Number 10, Colt Foster is a 6'2" senior. Number 15, Matthew Wood, a 6'2" senior. And number 44, Tanner Benj, a 6'2" junior. Like I say, they have a record of 12-1 on the season. 8 minutes left in the pregame. We'll step aside and be back with starters for the Hay Springs Hawks in just a minute. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for the Hay Springs Hawks. They come into today's game with a record of 3-11. Starters today, number 5, Drew Letcher, a 6-foot sophomore. Number 13 is Austin Reed. He is a 5'10" junior. Number 25, Eli Badge, is a 6'3" senior. Seth Novak is a 6'5" senior. And number 34, Garrett Wires, a 6'3" sophomore. Again, the Hawks come in with a record of 3-11 after a 4th place finish in the Panhandle Conference Tournament last week. So it is the 3-11 Hay Springs Hawks hosting the 12-1 Hemingford Bobcats. We are under 6 minutes to the opening tip of this one. We'll step aside and be back with the introductions of the starting lineups and the opening tip in about 6 minutes. So stay tuned here on Sheridan County Journal-Star.net coverage of Hay Springs Basketball 2015. As we close in on 3 minutes left to go before the tip-off in this one, let's take time out to say thank you to today's sponsors. And we say this a lot. We say it on every broadcast, but it really is the truth. You need to thank these sponsors, whether you step in and do any business with them or not. Just let them know that you appreciate them sponsoring these broadcasts, because if it weren't for them, we wouldn't be able to travel the distances that we do to bring these games to you. So say thanks, or we've had grandparents send thank you notes, and that means an awful lot to these sponsors. And today's sponsors are Pioneer Manor. Pioneer Manor is a premier skilled nursing and assisted living facility located in Hay Springs. We provide rehabilitation services and around-the-clock skilled care in a comfortable and friendly environment. At Pioneer Manor, our guiding principle is to provide outstanding and innovative health care in an environment that remembers the importance of the individual and family. Our staff of dedicated professionals embodies the values that we cherish most: a nurturing spirit and a commitment to quality. That is the Pioneer Manor. Security First Bank of Hay Springs is your hometown bank, proudly supporting the Hawks. They're FDIC insured and an equal opportunity lender. Security First Bank, a relationship you can count on. And the Sandhills State Bank in Hay Springs is proud to support the Hawks. Locally owned, locally focused. Sandhills State Bank, the most committed brand in banking. Sandhillsstate.com, member FDIC. Give them a call at 308-638-7171 or stop by and see them in person at 131 North Main Street in Hay Springs. We are just about ready to get this one underway, as set for the starting lineups. And just about a minute left on the pregame clock. We're going to let that work itself all the way down before we get things underway. And we'll turn it over to the public address announcer for the introduction of the starting lineups. Got the pregame niceties out of the way. Let's take one more look at the starters really quick here for both teams. For the Bobcats, Brady Turek, Johnny Manning, Colt Foster, Matthew Wood, and Tanner Benj. And for the Hawks, Drew Letcher, Austin Reed, Eli Badge, Seth Novak, and Garrett Wires. And we're getting the camera people trained well, and they keep me lined out here and reminded me to switch the microphone back where it needs to be. Hemingford wins the tip. They control it, and they go to work on offense. Matthew Wood starts things off with the three-pointer from the outside and puts Hemingford on top 3-0 in the early going. Hawks turn this one over quick, and they get the steal and the lay-in by Tanner Benj. It's 5-0, and devastating full-court pressure here by the Bobcats, as there's another steal by Wood, but this time he is fouled on the shot. He'll head to the free throw line for 2 free throws. First foul on Drew Letcher. 7 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Just 30 seconds into this one, it's already a now 6-0 lead for the Bobcats. This is an outstanding team, and of course, this group of kids at the football team this fall won the state championship, And so that in itself says an awful lot about the quality of athletes out there on the floor for the Bobcats here this evening. Austin Reed on the right wing, tries to go high post for Garrett Wires. Miscommunication there, and Brady Turek comes away with it. There's a shot, little floater that falls off, no good. That was Johnny Manning on the shot, and it's pulled down by the Hawks. Here they come across the timeline. This is Drew Letcher, drives in, kicks it out for Austin Reed on the right wing. Reed goes high post for Seth Novak, works his way down, and he is blocked by Tanner Benj, but contact and the foul on Benj. That is his first, and that'll put Seth Novak at the line for a pair of free throws. 6:56 to go in the first quarter, and a 6-0 Hemingford lead. Seth Novak, nothing but the bottom of the net that time on the free throw, makes it 6-1. And the second was short off the front of the rim, rebounded by Foster. Quickly ahead, they find Manning again. That one well short, and the rebound pulled down by Novak. Here come the Hawks. Garrett Wires brings it across the timeline, gets it to Drew Letcher, and the Hawks will set it up. They work against the man-to-man pressure of the Bobcats. Novak on the left wing. Up top for Eli Badge. They'll swing it around to Letcher. Letcher looks inside for Novak. Into the paint. Good head fake. Goes up and knocks it down. Nice job that time by Seth Novak. He has three. Used the head fake. And just like that, here comes Matthew Wood. You don't dare blink. Hemingford wastes no time. Right back up the floor and answers right back. It's 8-3. And Coach Jason Badge wants to talk this one over and get his kids to remember that they've got to get back on defense in a hurry. 6:16 left to go in the first quarter. It's 8-3. Hemingford with the lead. So they talked things over, got things ironed out, and ready to get back to work here. First quarter action from Hay Springs. Hemingford leads this one 8-3 in the early going. 6:16 left to go in the first quarter. Eli Badge takes the inbounds pass. He works against Wood. Gets it ahead to Letcher. Letcher back to Badge. And we're going to have a traveling call. And the Hawks turn it over. So Brady Turek with the basketball. He'll bring it up the floor for the Bobcats. Gets it across to Johnny Manning. Manning finds Wood. Three-pointer is up. That one's in and out, no good. And there's Austin Reed with the rebound. Under 6 to go, first quarter. Drew Letcher takes the pass and brings it across the timeline. He works against Brady Turek. There's a good shot by Austin Reed, but he can't get it to go. Rebound bench. Matthew Wood back the other way. Here's Brady Turek behind the back. Pull-up jumper, misses everything. But the rebound comes out to Benj. Wood back to Turek. They work it inside for Foster. Foster, that's a good job of defense that time by Garrett Wires, but he had a hand on the back, and Garrett Wires going to be called for the foul. Garrett Wires trying to deny that entry pass, but he's called for the foul, and that is his first. They get it into Manning, now outside, now back inside for Turek, and then we've got a block by the Hawks, and here they come the other way. Under 5:20 to go in the first quarter. Letcher finds Garrett Wires. Garrett back outside for Letcher. Three-pointer on the way. That one almost went in off the bank, but not quite. And here comes Matthew Wood down the right side. Wood pulls up, kicks it back for Foster. Now they'll swing it around. Brady Turek, he'll dribble back to the top of the key, and he'll leave it for Manning. Manning in the corner for Foster. Back to Manning. They swing it around and reverse it. Now Turek pulls it back, and they'll reset. Hawks playing a 2-1-2 zone here as they try to go inside. That's taken away by Seth Novak, and then it's going to be out of bounds. And I think they just kind of flipped a coin that time. Garrett Wires might have been able to get a hold of it. He thought it was off of Hemingford and let it go out of bounds. Instead, they give it back to the Bobcats with 4:42 to go in the first quarter. Hemingford with the quick early run here, but now that's slowed down, and here's a steal by Austin Reed. Lays it up, and good! Austin Reed with 2 points, and we back to a 3-point ball game. 8-5. We're under 4:30 to go in the first quarter. Wood back to Turek. Manning works it inside for Bench. Spin move by Bench, and he's fouled by Seth Novak. That was a nice athletic move that time by Tanner Bench, and he draws the foul. He'll head to the free throw line for a pair of free throws with 4:20 left to go in the first quarter. It's 8-5. Hemingford with the 3-point lead. Bobcats came out and scored 6 in the first 30 seconds. Since that time, they've really slowed the scoring down, as the first free throw no good by Tanner Bench, but he's got one more coming. Second free throw, missed them both, and the rebound cleared by Eli Badge. Now Badge will bring it up the floor, gets it ahead to Drew Letcher. Letcher straddling the timeline, gets across, and now he's trapped, but luckily able to find Seth Novak. Now back to Letcher. Still in that man-to-man defense, Brady Turek picked his pocket. There's Matthew Wood behind the defense, lays it up, can't get it to go. Benz with the rebound and the putback, that won't go. And the rebound pulled out of there by Drew Letcher. Under 4 to go in the first quarter. Letcher ahead to Novak, lays that one up and a little bit too hard. Rebound Bench, here comes Colt Foster. Foster, long pass to Manning, and he traveled with it. Manning just a little bit slick on that floor, slid to a stop, and turns it over on the traveling call. So now we've got Jamison Wood and Lane Huss into the game now for the Bobcats. And also into the game, Jordan Encinia for the Hawks. Jordan, I was informed, was ill yesterday, and I'm gathering wasn't able to practice, and so didn't get the start today. But he's in the game now, and that's certainly good for the Hawks. Encinia works against Wood. Now it's Letcher at the top of the key, guarded by Turek. Austin Reed on the left wing. Reed to Encinia between the circles. Back to Reed. Reed puts it on the floor, drives into the lane, puts a little runner up. That won't go, and tipped out of there. Austin Reed with a good, tough work inside, and he's going to get a foul drawn on. Oh, and Austin Reed is the one who's yelled for the foul. He was pretty aggressive going after that rebound, and they're going to call him for the push. And that is his first, and it is the 4th team foul against the Hay Springs Hawks. 2-3 zone here for the Hawks as Matthew Wood, top of the key. Now Colt Foster in the corner. They go inside for Wood, now back to Foster. Now they skip it up top and all the way around for Brady Turek on the wing. Now they find Lane Huss cutting to the basket, but he is fouled, and he'll have a pair of free throws. They give that foul to Seth Novak, and that is his second. First free throw up and good by Huss. Now Novak will have to leave the game, and in comes Eli Badge. So Huss, second shot, he is short off the front of the rim. Matthew Wood with the rebound, the putback, and 2 more for Matthew Wood. And here comes Encinia trying to get it ahead to Austin Reed. He does. Reed got hung up, and somehow it comes all the way back out to Jordan Encinia. Reed in the corner. That one is good. It's just the 2-pointer. But Austin Reed knocks down 2 more. That's 4 on the evening for him. We're back to a 4-point game at 11-7. As now we've got Jamison Wood in the game. He gets it to Matthew Wood, and he knocks down another 3-pointer. And Encinia quickly up the floor. Drew Letcher, head fake, and he traveled. Drew Letcher gave a good hard head fake and faked himself out as Tanner Benj and Johnny Manning back into the game now. Colt Foster and Matthew Wood head to the bench. 2:11 left to go first quarter. It's 14-7. Bobcats with the 7-point lead. 5 team fouls for the Hawks, just 1 for the Bobcats. Turek to Manning, swing it around, Jamison Wood into Johnny Manning, now back out to Wood. 1 dribble, Tanner Benj inside for Manning, shot too hard off the glass, rebound cleared by Encinia. 1:50 to go first quarter. Austin Reed on the right wing, no look inside to Eli Badge, left-hander off glass and good. Nice move by Eli Badge that time. 14-9 is the lead. Johnny Manning comes all the way around to the top of the key. That one's poked away by Drew Letcher and out of bounds. And it'll stay with the Bobcats with 1.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Matthew Wood now ready to come back into the game. He's going to replace Brady Turek in the lineup. So Wood inbounds it to Manning. And back to work go the Bobcats. Manning swinging around quickly to Matthew Wood. Three-pointer in the corner. Good. Matthew Wood, that's his third three-pointer of the first quarter. 14 first quarter points for Matthew Wood here, and it's now 17-9. Yeah, Wood with all but 3 of the Bobcats' points so far here in the game. Austin Reed goes down low for Badge. Pull-up jumper. That one won't go. Rebounded by Tanner Benj. Benj ahead to Jamison Wood. Drives all the way in, and he traveled. Moving at that rate of speed, hard to get a jump stop to stick sometimes. And so they'll turn it back over to the Hawks with 53.5 seconds left to go. Now full court pressure by the Bobcats. Badge gets it in. That's tipped out of bounds, though, off of Huss, and it'll stay with the Hawks. Huss Garden Garrett Wires that time, got just enough to knock it back out of bounds. Badge gets it in to Jordan Encinia. Now they're going to try and trap him. He dribbles through it and brings it up and crosses the timeline. And he's going to be called for carrying the basketball as he tried to give a little change of pace to the defenders, and in the process carried it just a wee bit too much. 45 seconds left to go first quarter, and it's an 8-point Bobcat lead at 17-9. Foster top of the key to Johnny Manning. Benj back to Foster in the paint, and he is fouled as he goes for the shot, and he'll head to the line for a pair of free throws. They'll give that foul to Austin Reed, and that is his second. So Colt Foster at the line for a pair of free throws. Foster's first free throw is good. That makes it 18-9. 34.2 seconds left to go first quarter. Second free throw for Foster is also good. So it's a 10-point game at 19-9. Encinia dribbles through the pressure, crosses the timeline, and he'll pick up his dribble. Needs a little bit of help here. Gets it to Austin Reed. He gives it back to Encinia, and then it's taken away by Foster, and Austin Reed just picked up his third foul, and that was unfortunate. Austin Reed just trying to get back into the play, and Foster ran right into him and drew the foul. So Reed has to take a seat, and Wes Telestis now into the game as Huss comes out and Turek back in for the Bobcats. So Wes Telestis, the 5'6" freshman, into the game for the first time here this afternoon. 22 seconds left to go. 19-9, and Colt Foster at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. He's 2 for 2 from the line so far here this evening. First free throw off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Encinia. Under 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Encinia works over to Letcher. Letcher down low for Wires, slapped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hawks. 12.1 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And a quick shot by Encinia. That one won't go, and here comes Matthew Wood. Up the right side, finds Johnny Manning. Pull-up jumper, off, no good. Rebound by Telestis. 2 seconds left at the buzzer. Won't quite go, and the first quarter ends with Hemingford leading the Hawks 19-9.
Kim Marlatt and Brian Felker at Physical Therapy West in Gordon have over 30 years of combined experience in providing physical therapy and sports medicine services. Contact PT West for care following injury, sprains, fractures, or treatment of joint, muscle, and back pain. PT West provides individualized rehabilitation following joint replacement, surgery, or stroke. Don't suffer, don't live with pain, and get back to the activities you enjoy. Call PT West at 308-282-0203 or stop by with questions at 100 South Main in Gordon.
So ready to get this second quarter underway, and during the break I remarked to camera girl Jessie Badge that I wished I was as cool as the basketball players and could have my own Gatorade bottle with the fancy squirt top on it. Son of a gun if she didn't come through for me, and now I'm just as cool as everybody else. I'm not sure what that looks like when I dribble it down the front of my uniform, though. So we'll have to see how that works out. 8 minutes left to go here as we're ready to start the second quarter, and Hay Springs trails this one 19-9. Jordan Encinia has the basketball, and away we go here in the second quarter. Encinia across to Tlustis. Has it out near the timeline. Now back to Eli Badge at the top of the key, and he traveled with it. Slid that pivot foot just enough to draw the traveling call. And they'll give it back to the Bobcats. Just underway in the second quarter. Hemingford leads this one by 10, 19-9. Matthew Wood in the corner, high post for Foster, quickly down low for Benj, can't convert, gets his own rebound, kicks it out. Matthew Wood drives baseline, leaves it for Manning inside, might have been one pass too many that time. And we got a blocking foul called on the Hawks, and that is 8 team fouls now on Hay Springs and just one for the Bobcats. That puts Johnny Manning at the line for the 1-and-1 opportunity, and that is the first foul of the evening on West Tlustis. So Manning's first free throw finds its way home. It makes it 20-9, 7:29 to go in the second quarter. And he makes them both. 21-9 and more full court pressure. West Tlustis dribbles right around it. Now they've got Garrett Wires out behind everybody. Flips it back to Eli Badge. Lost the handle, and there's West Tlustis to gather it back in. Jordan Encinia on the wing. Across to Badge. Badge drives in, pull-up jumper. That one's short. And ball tipped around. Finally going to be controlled. Here comes Brady Turek picking it up. Lays it up and can't get that to go. Johnny Manning skies for the rebound. Turn around, put back, won't go. And Encinia comes down with it as we're under 7 to go in the second quarter, 21-9. Encinia drives in, little floater off glass, and good. Jordan Encinia for his first 2 of the evening, and there's another Hay Springs steal. And Encinia wisely pulls that one back out, finds Garrett Wires trailing the play. He'll give it back to Jordan, and he'll go to work here against Johnny Manning. Encinia to Tlustis on the right wing. Tlustis across to Badge. He gets it back. Now to West Tlustis, drives baseline, and he draws the blocking foul. That's going to go against Brady Turek. That'll be his first. So now into the game for the Hawks comes Tony Toof, the 5'9 freshman into the game as Garrett Wires heads to the bench for a breather. But get it into Encinia. Up top for Tlustis. Back to Encinia on the wing. Back to Tlustis out near the timeline. Now he'll put it on the floor, and he traveled with it. Turek came up and provided the pressure, and it threw Tlustis off, and he turned it over. 21-11, 6:11 to go in the second quarter. Hawks hanging around here. Manning on the wing in the corner for Foster. Foster brings it up. Now he goes inside for Wood. That one's on the floor. Scramble for it. Wood kicks it out. And now taken away by Encinia. Quickly up the floor. Encinia ahead to Tlustis. Throws that one up. And it is blocked out of bounds by Turek. Tlustis got that ball too far under the basket. Flipped it up, but was bailed out by Turek as he blocked it, slammed it out of bounds. Looked like a volleyball attacker going for the kill that time. There's another shot by Tlustis as he's in there amongst the trees. That one's tapped out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Hawks. They've got Wes listed as 5'6", so that's probably generous. And there's one slapped out of bounds by Johnny Manning, and the Hawks will try it again. Badge to inbound it. Gets it into Encinia in the corner. He works against Turek. Now he drives into the paint, puts up a little floater. That one's short, and there's Badge with the rebound. His shot too strong. Colt Foster clears the rebound, looks down the court, and gets it to Matthew Wood. He finds Turek. Turek will kick it back to Wood. Three-pointer on the way. In and out, no good. And the rebound tipped around, and they're going to get Brady Turek with the push. Turek picks up his second foul, and that'll bring Jamison Wood and Lane Huss back into the game for the Bobcats as Benj and Turek head to the bench. They get it into Insignia. Insignia now trapped by three defenders. They get it ahead to Novak. Now we got a 2-on-1. Telestis across, tried to get it to Tony Toof, but pass a little bit too slow, intercepted by Manning, and here comes Jamison Wood the back the other way. Matthew Wood's three-pointer won't go. They go inside for Jamison Wood. High post, that's Huss. That one's short. They swing it around. Here's Matthew Wood driving up and under, and Seth Novak will draw the foul. And that is Seth's third. And it puts Matthew Wood at the line for a pair of free throws. So 14 for Matthew Wood, make that 15 now here in the first half. So now Wires, Letcher, and Dakota Hiding into the game for the Hawks. Trying to get some fresh bodies in there to deal with this Hemingford pressure. 4:53 to go in the second quarter. It's now 22-11. And Wood's second free throw is also good. 23-11 now. Wires to inbound it. Finds Dakota Hiding. Hiding is going to draw the blocking foul. See who they give this to. They give that to Colt Foster, and that is his first, and it is the fourth team foul on the Hay Springs Hawks. Badge had West Telestis streaking down the court. Couldn't get it to him in time. Couldn't quite pull the trigger. And it'll be tipped out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Hawks. 4:50 to go, and now Hemingford going to drop that full court pressure. And Telestis brings it up, crosses the timeline, and the Hawks go to work. Hiding on the wing. In the corner for Badge. Drives baseline. Now he'll pull it back out and send it up top for Letcher. He tries to go inside for Garrett Wires. Garrett not ready for that pass. As Huss drives all the way in. Can't get that shot to go. Rebound and the putback. And West Telestis comes out of there with a rebound. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight in the dog. And West Telestis proving that one here this afternoon as he's doing a great job in there. That one's slapped away. And here's Huss throwing it down the court. And he's going to be called for traveling as he hits the deck on the shot. But he had that ball and threw it down the floor, and he can't do that. Picked it up himself and tried to go with it. 4:10 to go in the second quarter, 23-12. It is a 12-point ball game. As Turek and Benj back in, Manning and Foster now head to the bench. So a whole lot of interchangeable parts for these Hemingford Bobcats. 4:05 to go in the second quarter, and they lead at 23-11. Insignia goes inside for Wires, ready for it this time. Kicks it out for Badge. Three-pointer on the way, short off the front of the rim, no good. Huss finds Wood behind the defense, lays it up, and good. Matthew Wood with two more. We're going to run out of space on the scorebook for Mr. Wood's scoring exploits here. 25-11 with 3:40 to go in the first half. Insignia on the wing for Telestis. Telestis puts it on the floor. Now we get it back to Letcher. Letcher fakes the pass. Now he'll dribble down to the wing. Badge has it and kicks it out for Insignia. West Telestis all by himself on that left wing. Now back to Jordan Insignia at the top of the key. Now he'll pull it back, and they'll reset. Drew Letcher, right wing, inside for Wires, off of Garrett's hands and out of bounds. They'll turn it over. Dakota Hiding comes in to give West Telestis a break. 3:14 to go here in the first half. Brady Turek with the basketball. Directs a little bit of traffic. And they set it up across to Jamison Wood. High post for Matthew Wood. Now he's at the top of the key. Three-pointer is good. He can make that from anywhere. And that is 4 3-pointers here in the first half for Matthew Wood. 28-11. And another Hawk turnover. That one's pulled out of there by Huss. They'll get it to Wood. Quickly down to Jamison Wood. Goes inside for Tanner Benj. The shot is good. And the foul. Tanner Benj with 4. To give that foul to Dakota Hiding. That is his first. And Benj will be at the line to try and complete the three-point play. They now lead at 30-11. And that free throw is good. Makes it 31-11 with 2:43 to go. As now Huss and Matthew Wood head to the bench. Manning and Foster back into the game. 2:40 to go in the first half. Insignia crosses the timeline, and the Hawks go to work on offense. On the wing for Drew Letcher, long three-pointer. That one's off the back of the rim, no good. Foster out of there with it. Foster all the way in, no good. Partially blocked by Insignia, and Foster stepped on the end line when he grabbed that rebound, and they'll turn it back over to the Hawks with 2:23 to go in the first half. Hawks trail by 20. 10 team fouls for the Hay Springs Hawks. That puts the Bobcats into the double bonus. They'll be shooting 2 free throws for every foul the rest of the first half here. So 31-11. Insignia brings it up, crosses the timeline, gets it to Dakota Hiding. High post for Garrett Wires. Into the lane, shot up, that's no good. And pulled out of there by Turek. Turek quickly ahead to Johnny Manning. Inside for Benj, back out for Turek. Turek tried to go inside. It's tipped out of there, but recovered by Foster in the corner. Jamison Wood skips it across to Brady Turek. He drives into the lane, lays it up, can't get it to go. And Colt Foster grabs the rebound. Jamison Wood, he'll drive it all the way in and can't get that one to go. And now finally, here comes Jordan Insignia out of there with a rebound. 1-on-3, he'll pull it back. And the Hawks will set it up. Eli Badge can't get that one to go, just inside the three-point line. 1:35 to go. Quickly ahead to Jamison Wood. That one also won't go, but there's Johnny Manning following the play. He puts it in. He's got 4 on the afternoon. Makes it 33-11 with 1:25 to go. Drew Letcher out on that right wing. Skip pass all the way across for Jordan Insignia. Hauls that one in. They try to go inside for Badge. Tipped out of there by Johnny Manning. It'll stay with the Hawks. Matthew Wood ready to come back into the game now, and he will replace Brady Turek in the lineup. 1:16 to go in the second quarter. 33-11 is the Hemingford Bobcat lead. Jordan Insignia takes it on the wing, gets it up to Drew Letcher. High post for Garrett Wires. Of course, Austin, Garrett's brother. We do that fairly frequently. Drew Letcher can't get that three-pointer to fall, and they go ahead to Foster now. And he is fouled by Jordan Insignia. Colt Foster will head to the line. Insignia picks up his first. Colt Foster with a pair of free throws. He's 2 for 3 from the free throw line here this afternoon. Foster's free throw in and out. But he's got one more coming. 59.7 seconds left to go in the first half. Foster's second free throw in and out, no good. He missed them both. But there's Tanner Benj with the rebound. And that one's out of bounds, but off of Benj, it'll be Hay Springs basketball with 55 seconds left to go in the first half. Now the Bobcats going to apply a little bit of pressure here again as they go ahead to Hiding. He finds Garrett Wires. Wires traveled with it, and that's too bad because he had Drew Letcher cutting to the basket for an easy layup. So 49 seconds left now, and Matthew Wood will set it up for the Bobcats. Wood splits the defenders into the paint, finds Tanner Benj for the jumper. That one's off the mark, no good. Out of bounds, and it'll be Hawk basketball. 39 seconds left in the first half as we're milking the last couple of minutes of this second quarter for all that they're worth. Insignia now between the circles to Letcher on the wing. Inside for Garrett Wires. Garrett, one dribble and has that one blocked. I think that was Benj with the block that time. Here's Jamison Wood. Goes across to Matthew Wood, lays it up, and good. That was a pretty play that time. Matthew Wood caught it in stride. Here's Dakota Hiding to Wires. Wires kicks it out. Insignia, three-pointer on the way. Good! Nothing but the bottom of the net for Jordan Insignia. He's got 5. 35-14. Last second shot is short. No good. And at the half, it is Hemingford 35 and Hay Springs 14. Stay tuned. We'll be back with some unofficial scoring totals in just a minute. So let's take a look at some unofficial halftime scoring totals. First, for the Hay Springs Hawks, Jordan Insignia with 5 points leading the way. Austin Reed with 4. Seth Novak with 3 and Eli Badge with 2. Hawks 1 for 2 from the free throw line in that first half. For the Hemingford Bobcats, it was the Matthew Wood show. He poured in 4 3-pointers and he scored 23 points to lead the way for the Hemingford Bobcats in that first quarter or first half. Johnny Manning added 4, Tanner Benj with 5, Colt Foster with 2, and Lane Huss with 1. And the Bobcats 9 for 16 from the free throw line in that first half. 8 minutes left to go in the halftime break. It's Hemingford 35 and Hay Springs 14 here on Sheridan County Journal-Star.net coverage of Hay Springs Hawk Basketball 2015.
Great Plains Communications.
GPC TV is proud to announce our brand new weather feature on Channel 2. It is now your 24/7 location for current, local, and national weather using advanced satellite imaging from today's temperature to the full 5-day forecast. GPC TV has you covered. We will continue to air local sports and your favorite Husker programs. The other providers simply can't compete. When you need weather now, you need GPC TV on Channel 2.
Sides in Milburn Ford in Rushville is your Sheridan County Ford dealer. They have an excellent service department that works on all makes and models. So why would you drive hours to buy a car from someone you will never see again when you can do business locally with a dealer who will stand behind their product and has the service department to back it up? Sides in Milburn Ford will help you find the right vehicle, and they will do it with the personal touch that only your hometown dealer can provide. Stop in at Sides in Milburn Ford in Rushville. They're the people you can trust.
When it comes to your land, it pays to be smart. At New Holland, smart means giving you a wide range of options to fit your needs, like smooth cutting, plug-free conditioning, and versatility. Smart means putting more hay in the bale and leaving less in the field. It also means providing exceptional after-sales support and growing a legacy that goes far beyond equipment. That's New Holland Smart. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
And folks, your source for all the news that is news in Sheridan County is the Sheridan County Journal-Star. And if you're not a subscriber, you certainly should be. Easy to do. Go to SheridanCountyJournalStar.net/subscriptions. While you're there, sign up for the online edition, available every Tuesday afternoon. That's available before anybody can get a paper copy. If you trust it through the mail, could be Thursday, Friday, or who knows when. So get the online edition. Benefit of that is it's available in full and glorious color and available across a wide variety of devices, laptop, mobile devices, you name it. You can get the Journal-Star wherever it's most convenient for you. Check it out at SheridanCountyJournalStar.net/subscriptions. We are at halftime, and the Hemingford Bobcats lead this one 35-14. Hawks had it within 10 at the end of the first quarter, but a scoring explosion by the Bobcats, and they now lead it 35-14. Say thanks to today's sponsors, Pioneer Manor, the Security First Bank of Hay Springs, and the Sandhills State Bank of Hay Springs. We'll step aside one last time, just a little over 4 minutes to the start of second half action. We'll be back in just a minute. So just a couple of minutes left in the halftime break. Hemingford out in the lead here, 35-14. Glad to have you along with us, regardless of where you're watching from, whether you're across the street, across the state, or across the country. And understand we've got someone from Washington, D.C. tuned in this evening watching the game here with us, and glad to have you along wherever you're at this evening. And regrettably, I think this is probably going to be the last Hay Springs broadcast of the season, as the game with Hyannis that we had planned on bringing you on February 3rd has been rescheduled. That lands on the already scheduled Western Trails Conference tournament that will be covering the Gordon Rushville Mustangs for that night. And so this may be the last broadcast of the season. We are able, however, to bring coverage of district basketball games, and so we'll see what the schedule holds in store as we get a little closer to district time, which is coming up rather quickly, actually. But stay tuned to SheridanCountyJournalStar.net and keep an eye on the schedule, and if we can work it in to bring some Hay Springs sub-district and district basketball games to you, we certainly will do our level best to do that. We enjoy bringing these games to you. We have a lot of fun. We've had a great time this season getting out on the road and seeing some new country and following these Hay Springs Hawks all over the Panhandle, as they have done a great job this winter with their basketball teams. Just about ready to get the third quarter underway here. And it will be Hemingford's basketball to get the third quarter underway. We've got 8 minutes on the clock, and we are ready to go. Brady Turek takes the inbounds pass, and we are underway. 2-3 zone for the Hawks. Matthew Wood, pull-up jumper. That one won't go. Rebound by Johnny Manning. Another three-pointer, even farther outside this time, and that one is good. That's 5 3-pointers on the evening for Matthew Wood. And that one was easily a college-length three-pointer, as that pass sails wide of the mark and out of bounds. Hawks will turn it back over to the Bobcats. They now lead it 38-14 with 7:33 to go in the third quarter. Brady Turek sets it up, skips it all the way across to Matthew Wood in the corner for Foster. Foster, they swing it back around. Now they skip it across to Turek on the baseline for Manning. They find Benj cutting down the lane, but he can't convert. It was a nice play, a good look that time. Tanner Benj just couldn't quite get that one to fall. And the Hawks come out of there with it, and Cinia sets it up, finds Garrett Wires down in the corner for Eli Badge. Spin move. Now he'll give it back to Austin Reed. Austin Reed traveled with it. He was thinking faster than his feet would move that time, and they'll turn it back over. Didn't talk about fouls at the half. Austin Reed and Seth Novak both with 3 fouls for the Hawks, and those the only players of note with foul trouble. Benj swings it around. Turek inside for Benj. Now he'll kick it back out for Matthew Wood. Now they swing it all the way around to Johnny Manning. Excellent ball movement by this Bobcat team. They'll find Turek. His shot won't go. And we're going to have Tanner Benj called for the push. Benj draws his second foul. And with 6:35 to go third quarter, it's now 38-14. Hay Springs with the basketball. And Cinia works against Turek. Go high post for Novak. Now back to Encinia. Now Wires goes inside for Austin Reed. He can't get that shot to go. He's tried to shoot it backhanded with his right hand. Instead, it comes back the other way. They find Tanner Benj. He lays that one in. He's got 7 points. And it's a 40-14 lead as we approach the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. Seth Novak inside. He tries to go backdoor with it. Can't get it to fall, but it's rebounded by the Hawks. And now they'll set it up. Encinia brings it back between the circles, loses the handle and gets it back. Tries to go inside for Novak. Somehow threaded the needle that time, but Novak working against Benj can't get the shot to go. And Matthew Wood brings it back the other way. Turek, pull-up jumper, good. Brady Turek gets on the board for the first time here this evening. He's got a pair, and 42-14 is the score. Under 5:30 to go in the third quarter. Austin Reed drives in. Now he finds Novak inside. Can't handle it. They'll flip it back out to Garrett Wires. In the corner for Badge. Badge drives baseline. And with the left hand, lays it up and off the glass with the sharp angle shot. And good. Eli Badge has 4. Working towards 5 minutes to go. Colt Foster, nice move inside, lays it up and in. And he's got 4. Timeout on the floor called by Hay Springs. 5:03 left to go in the third quarter. It's 44-16. Say thanks to sponsors of today's action, Pioneer Manor. Pioneer Manor is a premier skilled nursing and assisted living facility located in Hay Springs. We provide rehabilitation services and around-the-clock skilled care in a comfortable and friendly environment. At Pioneer Manor, our guiding principle is to provide outstanding and innovative health care in an environment that remembers the importance of the individual and the family. Our staff of dedicated professionals embodies the values that we cherish most, a nurturing spirit and a commitment to quality. That is the Pioneer Manor in Hay Springs. And the Security First Bank of Hay Springs is your hometown bank, proudly supporting the Hawks. They're FDIC insured and an equal opportunity lender. Security First Bank, a relationship you can count on. 5:03 left to go in the third quarter. Hemingford leads this one 44-16. Hawks have the basketball, and Cinia brings it up. He's going to finally cross the timeline, taking his time here as they go to work against this man-to-man defense against the Bobcats. Badge from the baseline, can't get that to go, and here's Brady Turk quickly down the right side. Bounce pass to Tanner Bench, couldn't get that one to fall. Badge comes away with it, gets it back to Insignia, and here come the Hay Springs Hawks with 4:35 to go. They get it down low for Seth Novak. He's too far underneath the basket to do anything with it. Comes back to Hemingford, and there's Brady Turek laying it up for two more. He's got four, all four of those in the second half. It's 46-16, now a 30-point lead. And there's Austin Reed hitting the deck, but Insignia able to gather that one back up and preserve the possession. They try to go inside for Novak. That one's taken away, but here's Austin Reed gathering it up. Can't get the shot to fall. Colt Foster quickly down the floor, and there's Insignia to intercept that one and take it away, and here comes Jordan Insignia. Dribbled it off the foot of a Bobcat, but he gets it back. Eli Badge now out there on the right wing working against Benj. Badge back to Reed. Reed works against Manning, gets a pick, pull-up jumper. That one won't go. And it's Matthew Wood coming out of there with it. 3:35 to go, third quarter. Wood, good pass down inside. Johnny Manning lays it up and in. Manning has 6. 48-16. We're under 3.5 to go in the third quarter. And that one's tipped out of bounds, and it'll be Bobcat basketball. Huss and Jamison Wood in now as Foster and Johnny Manning head to the bench. Turek brings it up, and they'll go to work against the 2-3 zone of the Hawks. Finds Jamison Wood, swings it around. Matthew Wood, they go high post for Jamison. Now back out to Matthew. Swing it around. Brady Turek thought about the three. Jamison Wood leaves it for Huss inside in the lane, and he's going to have a pair of free throws coming. They'll give that foul to Seth Novak. That is his fourth, and that is bad news for the Hawks. As Seth Novak, the 6'5 senior, they can ill afford to be without him inside, and he'll have to head to the bench. Garrett Wires comes in to take his place as the first free throw by Huss is no good. He's now 1 for 3 from the line this evening. One more coming. That one falls in. And with 3 minutes to go, third quarter, it's 49-16. The lead keeps slowly creeping up there. Garrett Wires going to turn around, and he double dribbled with it. Foster and Manning now back into the game. They'll replace Benj and Matthew Wood. .250 to go, third quarter, 49-16. In the corner for Foster. Back up for Turek. They swing it around. Huss, Jamison Wood, high post for Huss. Looks down low for Manning and throws it away. Expected Manning to keep coming across. Instead, he stopped at the block, and that pass sails harmlessly out of bounds. 2:35 to go. High post for Garrett Wires. Turns around, shoots it. Can't get it to go. Chases down his own rebound, but that's pulled out of there by Huss. And now quickly ahead, Colt Foster. Reverse layup. That won't go. Tipped out of bounds off Manning. It'll be Hawk basketball with 2:21 to go, third quarter. 49-16. Insignia, high post for Wires again. Out to Austin Reed. One-handed pass to Insignia. Can't do anything with it. Kicks it out to Eli Badge. He'll drive in. Kicks it out for Austin Reed, and he traveled with it. Austin doesn't like the call. Austin's in a hurry to go wherever he's headed, and that time took one too many steps as he took off. As we cross the 2-minute mark left in the third quarter. They go inside for Manning. Kicks it back out. Now they'll skip it across. Brady Turek puts it on the floor. Leaves it for Manning. He'll track it down. Huss around to Jamison Wood. Inside for Huss on the give and go. That one's no good. And Manning's stripped as he goes up for the shot. Out of bounds off the Hawks. It'll stay with the Bobcats with 1:41 left to go. Matthew Wood now comes back into the game. He'll replace Brady Turek. And he'll trigger it in for the Bobcats. Now Garrett Wires comes a little gimpy off to the sideline as he's replaced by Dakota Hiding. And so Hay Springs now really short on size, but there's Insignia with the steal. The takeaway, and here come the Hawks with 1:35 to go. Insignia wanted the three. Instead, he has to go in the corner for Hiding. Eli Badge in the paint has it slapped away, and here come the Bobcats, 3-on-2. Jamison Wood all the way in, but he is fouled, and he'll head to the line. They'll give that foul to Jordan Insignia. That is his second. And it puts Jamison Wood at the free throw line for 2 free throws. Just the second team foul of the half for the Hawks. 1:23 left to go in the third quarter. That free throw in and out and no good. As now Wes Tlustis comes in, he'll give Austin Reed a breather. Wood's second free throw is good, and he's on the scoreboard. 50-16, now the score as we're under 1:20 to go in the third quarter. Drew Letcher tries to go inside, but he has to go back up top for Tlustis. Tlustis over to Insignia. Hiding, drives in, gets it back to Insignia. Three-pointer, high arcing shot. It comes down, big old rainbow shot by Insignia. He's got 8. And then Matthew Wood comes the other way. He is blocked. And then Manning with the rebound and the putback, but he will be fouled. And that's the third, on Insignia. 2 quick fouls on Jordan. And it'll put Johnny Manning at the line for a pair of free throws. Manning 2 for 2 from the line tonight. First free throw is short. No good. Benj and Turek come in. They'll replace Jamison Wood and Lane Huss in the Bobcat lineup. So Manning with the second free throw. That one also short, but there's Colt Foster with the rebound and the putback. Rebound tipped out. That's Brady Turek. Finds Foster on the baseline. Lays it up and in for 2 more. Foster has 6. 52-19. Hiding. Kicks it out for Insignia. Badge, head fake. Jumper missed everything and out of bounds. 28 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. And Brady Turek brings it across. Under 20 to go now. Manning to Matthew Wood. They skip it across to Turek. Back to Manning. They go inside for Benj. Kicks it out. That's taken away, though. That's Dakota Hiding with the good quick hands. Under 10. Hawks need to hurry here. 7 seconds. They get it to Drew Letcher. Had a little more time than what he really thought. Manning at the buzzer, and that one well wide of the mark. But the third quarter comes to an end, and it is Hemingford 52 and Hay Springs 19. We head to the fourth here on Sheridan County Journal-Star.net coverage of Hay Springs basketball 2015.
This is my 2012 Ford Focus from Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. I bought this car for short trips around the area and thought that I was getting an inexpensive disposable car. What I got was a roomy, comfortable, well-built car that gets outstanding fuel economy. It's great for going to Lincoln for a Husker game. I consistently get above 35 miles per gallon, and it comes in a package that is surprisingly comfy and fun to drive. You can test drive a Ford Focus at your Sheridan County Ford dealer. Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville.
Well, you folks would all be jealous if you could see how cool I am with my very own Gatorade squirt bottle up here. We're underway in the fourth quarter. That shot by Hiding won't good. Rebounded by Foster, quickly ahead to Matthew Wood. 1-on-2, Wood all the way in. That won't go. Tanner Bench trailing the play. Rebound put back, and 2 more for Tanner Bench. He's got 9, 52-19. No, 54-19. They just haven't put that up on the scoreboard yet. And now we've got a turnover, and this one will go back over to the Bobcats. Seth Novak now back into the game to replace Dakota Hiding. And scoreboard still doesn't reflect the last basket by Hemingford. Matthew Wood for 3. That one's off the back iron, no good. Rebound comes out, and it's controlled by Turek. Turek to Manning on the wing. Foster in the corner, skips it all the way across. Wood drives in, lays it up, and good. Matthew Wood with 28 points now. And it's now 56-19 as they realize their error. There's a takeaway by Brady Turek. Up and good. Turek with 6. And now the Bobcats 1 point away from invoking the 40-point rule and the running clock the rest of the way here. Seth Novak feeds it to Encinia. That one's blocked out of bounds by Matthew Wood, much to the delight of the Hemingford faithful. As Tony Toof now into the game, he'll replace Wes Telustis. 58-19. If the lead gets beyond 40 in the second half, the clock runs continuously until the lead is less than 40 again. Novak inside, and that's taken away by Matthew Wood. Brady Turek up the floor, coming down the left side. Now he'll pull it back out. Matthew Wood over to Manning in the corner for Bench. That one's tipped out of there by Novak. Slapped out to Manning. Foster now top of the key. They swing it around Matthew Wood to Colt Foster cutting down the lane. He can't get that one to go. Foster gets the rebound. Johnny Manning back to Bench in the lane. Kicks it out for Turek. Matthew Wood. Manning up and good. Excellent ball movement by this Hemingford Bobcat team. 6 minutes left to go in this one. 60-19. Seth Novak kicks it out to Encinia, gets it across to Toof. Toof loses the handle. Ball on the floor. Wrestling match tied up, and the possession arrow in favor of the Bobcats. So 5:38 to go. Clock runs. And Brady Turek brings it up the floor. 60-19. Manning to Wood. In the corner for Foster. They find Johnny Manning, lays it up, and Manning there for 2 more. Manning with 10 on the evening. 5:15 to go. Eli Badge pull-up jumper is good. Badge knocks that one down, and he's got 6. Makes it 62-21. Colt Foster, baseline for Manning. He hands it off to Matthew Wood. Now back to Foster. Now they'll swing it around. Bench in the corner for Turek. Turek dribbles up to the top, and they'll reset. Turek finds Foster. Three-pointer on the way by Wood is good. He makes it look so easy when he releases that shot. And it's now 65-21. Encinia finds Badge on the wing. And we've got a traveling call. And they'll turn it back over to the Bobcats. So now back into the lineup comes Huss, Jamison Wood, and for the first time we've got Austin Wobig into the game now for the Bobcats. 4:05, clock running in the fourth quarter. 65-21 is the score. Bobcats with the big lead. Johnny Manning now for three. That one rolls off no good. Rebounded by Insignia, and here he comes the other way. Crosses the timeline and sets it up. Badge on the wing wants the three-pointer, passes it up, drives in. Now he'll kick it back out for Austin Reed. Austin Reed into the lane. That one falls off no good. Rebounded by Benj. Gets it ahead to Jamison Wood. Wood somehow able to maintain control of that thing coming down the near sideline. Now to Wobig in the corner. Now he's guarded closely by Insignia. Into Manning in the corner. Benj inside and good. Tanner Benj with 11, 67-21, 3:10 to go. Three-pointer by Insignia. Bank is not open and falls off no good. Rebounded by Jamison Wood. Quickly ahead to Johnny Manning. He throws it out of bounds off of Jordan Insignia. And so now into the game comes Jason Randolph and Ezra Ray as Manning and Benj head to the bench. Well, Wes Tlustis back into the game as Tony Toof heads to the bench. So Jamison Wood gets this into Ray. Ray inside for Huss. Huss in the corner for Wobig. Finds Huss cutting down the lane. And now we've also got Caleb Marks into the game. He clears the rebound for the Hawks that time. Austin Reed, quick shot. That one won't fall. Rebounded by Jamison Wood, 2:12 to go. Now Wood brings it across the timeline and sets it up. This is Ray in the corner for Huss. Huss up to the top of the key to Wobig, swings it around to Randolph. Back to Wobig and loses the handle there, and Austin Reed comes away with it. Austin Reed all the way in, he loses it, taps it back out to Insignia. Three-pointer by Jordan Insignia, misses everything. Wes Tlustis trying to get to that ball to save it back in, and he's going to be called for the foul as Tlustis picks up his second. And the clock winds down below 1:35 as now we've got Connor Webster and Derek Topless into the game now for the Bobcats. 1:20 left in this one, 67-21. In the corner, now they work it down low. That's Wobig, and he traveled with it. So here is Jordan Insignia bringing it up to go with a minute left to go. Insignia drives all the way into the paint, kicks it out for Austin Reed. Reed back to Insignia on the right wing. They go inside for Badge. He battles for it. He is going to be fouled, and he'll have two free throws, and that's probably going to pretty well run the clock out here. As Eli Badge will head to the line, 30 seconds left. We'll get these two free throws in, and that'll pretty much do it for the broadcast here. And so first one is no good. And if indeed this is the last Hay Springs broadcast of the year, it's certainly been an awful lot of fun, and glad to have everyone with us throughout the season as both free throws are no good. But Wes Tlustis comes down with a rebound, and then that's off Austin Reed and out of bounds. Clock now under 5 seconds left to go, and this will pretty much do it here. Hemingford will win this game 67-21. Hemingford goes to 13-1 on the season. Hawks fall to 3-12. We'll step aside. We'll total up some final scoring totals, and we'll be back with those in just a minute. From Hay Springs, it is Hemingford 67 and Hay Springs 21. So let's take a final look at unofficial scoring totals for the Hay Springs Hawks. Jordan Insignia led the way with 8 points. Eli Badge had 6. Austin Reed with 4 and Seth Novak with 3. And on the day from the free throw line, Hay Springs 1 for 4. For the victorious Hemingford Bobcats, Matthew Wood led the way with 31 points. 23 of those came in the first half. Johnny Manning added 10. Tanner Benj with 11. Brady Turek, Colt Foster, both of them with 6. Lane Huss with 2 and Jamison Wood with 1. On the afternoon, or the evening as it may be, the Bobcats 11 for 22 from the free throw line. So final score here, Hemingford 67, Hay Springs 21. And if you missed the final score from the girls' game earlier, it was Hemingford 58 and Hay Springs 27. Thanks very much for joining us this season. Keep track of the schedule. We will see if we can't bring you a sub-district game or two if we can. Say thanks to sponsors of this season's Hay Springs basketball action: Pioneer Manor, the Security First Bank of Hay Springs, Sandhills State Bank of Hay Springs. From Hay Springs, I'm Clint Anderson saying thank you. It's been a great season. Stay tuned for sub-district schedules on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net.